Hello, welcome back to Gotta love that. Anyways, hello and welcome back to the Wild Hunt. My name is Beast. Today, we are back with Café Stella. Anyway, let's just move on with it. Please repeat yourself, Nozomi! Somewhere you're gonna love. On Sunday, through some stroke of luck, both Nozomi and I were allowed to take the day off. Oh, by the way, remember that bit recently where I said I'm not making a good case for me not being an alcoholic? Well, guess who made a worse case for himself today? Don't worry, they'll be saved for the appropriate times. Namely, I'll probably open up one for family celebrations tomorrow, Easter stuff and all that. Probably the same, probably drink the rest on Monday for the same reasons. And yeah. Also, I may actually not stream tomorrow because, well, Easter stuff, it may be a bit hard to, get something scheduled correctly. And again, by the time I've mentioned this, you already know if there was a stream, so, no reason to really mention it, is there? Anyways, it's finally time for our second date. Nozomi walks beside me, brooding. Yep, I'm positive you're gonna enjoy yourself there. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you started jumping up and down with joy. I declare assertively, holding her hand even tighter. Nozomi gives me a withering stare. No, I'm not! Have a little more faith in me, Nozomi! Came up with this myself, I swear. Really? You won't be disappointed? I give her hand a confident squeeze. Shortly thereafter, we arrive at our destination. Here we are. Standing in front of the store, I glance apprehensively at Nozomi's expression. She seems very excited! Eyes sparkling excitedly, she grabs my hand and drags me into the store. Kitty! Fun story about something that happened with my cat today. He was playing on the couch with the mouse toy that we gave him. It has something you can pull, like a string you can pull, and it starts moving a little bit when you do. And the cat, while playing with that one, someone managed to yeet it by the string onto the living room table, and he was gonna follow after it, which was already a no-go. But before we could stop him, he tried to go onto the table. His paw didn't reach. It's here's the couch, here's the table. His paw roughly went here. His front went down. His head squarely, chin first against the table, and afterwards he was not in the mood to play anymore. Don't worry though, he's completely fine. I wouldn't be joyfully talking about this and laughing if something actually happened to him. Anyways. Okay, we're taking another one here. As soon as she entered the store, Nozomi rushed over to the nearest group of cats. When they saw her, the cats immediately approached Nozomi as well. Apparently cats love her as much as she loves them. May would call bullshit. What do you want to order, Nozomi?
何でもいいよ。この子たちさえいれば。はいはい。お腹撫でていいの？甘えん坊さんだね。
Looks like my girlfriend's been completely stolen away by these cats. But for the time being, I ordered 2 coffees before heading back to her. So what do you think? Do you like the place?
前から一度来たかったんだよ。ほら、この子、昴生君にちょっと似てない？
She holds out a small American short hair. You think so? Stare at the tiny kitten. Its 2 round eyes stare back at me. Suddenly it starts hissing at me. What did I do?
よしよし、怖くないよ。
Nozomi hurriedly pulls it back, giving it a few reassuring rubs. Back in Nozomi's arms, it purrs contentedly. Ugh, I feel defeated for some reason. The second thought he's nothing like me. I'd never discriminate between men and women like that.
女の子が好きなところはそっくりだよ。
I mean, that's generally not many guys out there who aren't fond of women.
じゃあ、この子は？この子は女の子だよ。
Next, Nozomi holds out a regal-looking Persian with a glossy coat. Oh, well, aren't you a haughty one? This particular cat seems to exude an air of refinement. Here, kitty kitty. Stretch out my head, crooning it to it as gently as I can manage. I suppose he means his hand instead. The Persian gives me one look, yawns, and turns its head away. It's a clear outright rejection. Damn it! I just got snubbed by a cat, yo! Feeling completely out of place, yo! Wish there was a cat Sith I could pet to my heart's content, yo! What the fuck? What the fuck?
どうしたんですか、ミカドさん。
いや、急に何とも言えない予感が。
Stay strong, Kosei. Wrapping inside my head, I resign myself to petting an imaginary Kate Sith. I don't think these cats want anything to do with me, Nozomi.
昴生君力みすぎなんじゃない？肩の力を抜いて、さりげなく、何気なく。
Casual. Natural.
はい。この子は一番おとなしいから、きっと大丈夫だよ。にゃーにゃー。
This time she hands me a mixed breed kitten. Still, it's quite cute, but being casual, being natural.
口で言わなくても。
Oh, mind me just talking to myself.
大丈夫、大丈夫。ほら、ケットシーちゃんだと思って。
He's a Kate Sith, he's a Kate Sith. Tried to convince myself this to be true. It worked. He looks just like a Kate Sith now. I can do this, I can pet him. I timidly reach out my hand. Kate Sith number 2, as I call him, purrs happily as I rub his fur.
やったね、昴生君。
Yes, good kitty. Cat Sith really do have the best for them.
ほんとだ。ケットシーちゃんもふもふ。
Kate Sith, fluffy, fluffy.
なぜだ。とてもモフモフされた気がする。
He is highly confused. Looks like our time's almost up. Better get going soon, Nozomi.
また来ようね。じゃあ、みんな、また来るからね。
While we leave, Nozomi gives each cat a final pat on the head. Cats rub themselves all over Nozomi as if begging her to stay.
こんなに甘えられたら帰れないよ。
I sure do love you, Nozomi. Guess it's not surprising that they prefer a cute girl over a guy like me. Oh well. Got my own Kate Sith anyway. I'll make sure I pet it as much as I want next time.
私も。
He is just in distress.
あれ？ミカドさん知りませんか？気分が悪いって、バックヤードでお休みになってます。突然どうしたんでしょうか。
Poor Mikado.
昴生くん、美味しかったね。
Yeah, I wasn't expected to have donuts for lunch though. Told Nozomi that we could have lunch wherever she wanted. Hearing that, she suggested we go to the donut store right next door to the cat cafe.
一度入ってみたかったんだよ。でもいつも行列が長くて無理だったんだ。
Guess we got pretty lucky today then.
こんなチャンスそうそうないもん。
Still, can't say it was really filling.
2つしか頼まないからだよ。
There's no way I'd be able to eat 5 like you. Too much sugar for me. All the donuts had either been covered in chocolate or cream too. But they were designed to be sweet. Sweetness went well with black coffee, giving it a different flavor. You think? I think you've had a few too many calories today, Nozomi.
昴生君、ドーナツは実質0カロリーなんだよ。
Susan had told me that was complete and utter nonsense.
そんなことないですよ。
Then why are you averting your eyes?
そらしてないよ。あ、見て UFO だよ。
She says, blatantly trying to change the subject. Why don't I touch your belly, Nozomi?
いやー、それだけは勘弁して。今お腹はダメ、胸よりダメ。
Seriously?
大丈夫、3日もあれば戻るから。ウェイトレスと巫女は意外と重労働なんだよ。
I'm not worried about your figure as much as your health.
お菓子はそんなに食べないよ。お母さんに聞いてもいいけど、うちではほとんど食べないの。
Really?
友達に誘われた時と何かいいことあった時だけにしてたんだ。体型気にしてたし。
I don't think you have any reason to. If anything, you should be bragging about how shapely your body is.
この時しょっちゅう写真撮られちゃうんだもん。気にするなって言われても無理だよ。
Yes, that's true. Nozomi is essentially the Akaiwa Shrine's idol after all.
ねえ、昴生君、次は昴生君の大学行かない？
Oh, yeah, it's the weekend.
見学しておきたいんだ。日曜は入れる？
You'd be fine as long as you're with me. There are plenty of people who come on weekends for club activities and stuff.
私、昴生君の大学受けようって思ってるんだ。
For real?
そこそこ就職率もいいんでしょ？家からも通えるし、家計的には昴生君の大学が一番なの。
What about working at the shrine instead once you graduate?
それは最後の手段だよ。神社なんて先が見えないから、やっぱり二の足を踏んじゃうよ。
Girls sure are realistic about these things. Not like us guy who will always have our heads in the
だ
clouds.
から、昴生君もちゃんと将来を真剣に考えてよ。神社のことは趣味程度にして。
But I have thought about it seriously. I want to keep the shrine running.
どうやってお金稼ぐの？
I was gonna have you support me with your earnings as a shrine main YouTuber.
ひも思考から脱却してないんですけど。
Plan on working too, of course. I want to be in charge of setting up your equipment and editing your videos.
それ神主の仕事じゃないよ。やっぱり不安だから私進学して大きい会社入る。昴生君がいつ無職になっても大丈夫なように。
Wait, that just means I'll end up being your gigolo anyway. Even if Nozomi wants to be a breadwinner, that's fine by... But if Nozomi wants to be the breadwinner, that's fine by
はい
me.
はい。とにかく昴生君の大学連れてって。施設とか見たいから。
Honest God, the easiest way to just rectify this is just saying, well, I kind of need to keep the shrine going, you know? Otherwise, we're kind of fucked because of that butterfly. She grabs my hand, tugging me forward. Alright. I didn't think I'd be going to school on my date today.
広いんだね。
Yeah, I've got a ton of students here. Take Nozomi here for a leisurely stroll around campus. Though it's Sunday, there are still quite a few students milling about.
サークルやクラブがいっぱいあるんだね。
Nozomi goes over to the bulletin board to check out all the individual different club recruitment posters. Yeah, some people are more interested in doing club stuff than actually going to class. Especially the jocks and the athletics clubs.
昴生君はなんで何にも入らなかったの？バイトだってステラ以外はほとんどやってなかったよね。
Well, you know me, I wanted to focus on my academics like a good student.
建前じゃなくて本音でいいよ。
I had a hard time dealing with super social people when I first got into university. I didn't have the courage to mingle with groups I was bound to feel excluded from anyway.
今は苦手じゃないの？
Nah, not anymore, not unless they're one of those rowdy frat types. Working at the cafe who has really improved my interpersonal skills. Hell, I even managed to get myself a girlfriend.
でも、サークルに入ってた方が面接の時有利なんじゃない？
Well, my schedule's kind of full working at the cafe and helping out the shrine during the day, helping around the shrine these
カ
days.
フェのバイトやうちの手伝いで面接有利になるのかな？
I mean, yes, he has actual work experience, and helping out at a shrine for free shows that he has quite a bit of commitment and mainly motivation. Nozomi studied the bulletin board some more with a pensive expression. Enough about me, Nozomi. You came here to see the place for yourself, didn't you?
あ、そっか、そうだね。
Let's go take a look at the classrooms. You'll probably want to see where we are going to be taking the entrance exam.
わかった。
Nozomi wraps both her arms around mine, extremely naturally. As we make our way across the squad, the male students we pass all turn their heads to look
おい
at us.
あんな可愛い子うちにいたか？
年下系だな。でもスタイルいい。グラドル並みじゃね？羨ましくなんかないんだからね。
Nozomi is already becoming the talk of the school, and at this moment, as her boyfriend, am walking with her arm. At last, Takamine Kose, society has acknowledged you as a fully fledged normie. I'm so glad I came here with you today, Nozomi.
昴生君、どうして泣いてるの？
Don't worry, these are tears of joy.
結構広々してるね。
The door to the lecture hall is unlocked, but nobody is inside. As a result, the room feels a lot bigger than usual.
昴生君の席はどこ？
We don't have assigned seats or anything, but I usually sit over there. Head over to my usual spot and sit down. Nozomi follows suit, plopping herself down beside me.
これが昴生君がいつも眺めてる風景か。ねえ、昴生君、あそこに立ってみてよ。
Nozomi points towards the teacher's podium. Sure, that's good. I'll do as she says, standing in front of the whiteboard.
結構先生遠いね。楽勝で居眠りできそう。
Some people do that, yeah.
高峰教授、授業をお願いします。
Huh? Talk about putting me on the spot. I can't just improvise a lesson like that. What kind of subject would I teach anyway?
昴生君の得意なことでいいけど、かっこいい作詞の仕方とか？
I'm gonna have to pass on that one. She definitely doesn't think they're cool at all.
じゃあ何でもいいよ。面白ければ。
That might be the least helpful thing you could have said. Now I understand why the housewives of the world get so annoyed when they ask their husbands what they want to eat for dinner. Alright, why don't we review some Japanese? I know it's one of your worst subjects. Think of a marker bean scribbling on the whiteboard.
うわ、ガチっぽいの来たよ。
You don't read a lot of books, do you, Nozomi? Reading comprehension is necessary for all subjects. In other words, if you improve your Japanese, there's a good chance that your grades will improve in other areas as well.
私割と本読んでるよ。
Really? In that case? The train came out at the long tunnel in 2. Write this famous line from Snow Country onto the whiteboard. You should be able to complete the sentence.
国境のトンネルを抜けるとそこは異世界だった。
Okay, my bad. I guess that one was too difficult for you. I quickly erased the sentence from the whiteboard, leaving no trace.
なんかすっごい見捨てられた感じがするんだけど。
Let's make things easy and start with the simple quiz. I'm going to start naming some famous classics, and I want you to finish the names of their titles.
了解です、高峰教授。
Nozomi leans forward in her seat. You'd think she was on a game show or something. The restaurant of many...
繁盛店、
Run.
箱根駅伝、
I'm a...
貴族である。
Wrong on all three. Also, we aren't playing word association. A facepalm. Then I quietly step down from the podium and walk back to Nozomi. Miss Sumizomi Nozomi.
何ですか、高峰教授。
I strongly encourage you to reconsider your school of choice.
なんとかしてよ、昴生君。
She begs. Her grief looks like I have to tutor her even more from now on.
この の大学の偏差値結構高いんだね。
Yeah, so you might have a hard time here. Two of us continue our conversation over a cup of tea in the cafeteria. Nozomi seems a little dejected as she gazes at her phone, looking up the college's stats.
この間のテストは割と良かったからいけるかもって思ってたけど。
Regular tests and entrance exams aren't really comparable. Depends on what major you're applying to, obviously, but in my experience it's not easy to get in without some serious effort.
そっか、学部も決めないといけないんだ。文学部じゃなかったら国語弱くても平気？
Even if you're not majoring in literature, it wouldn't hurt to learn about your own language.
そっか。
Nozomi picks up her paper cup, heaving a heavy sigh. Suddenly,
いや、日曜日にお前がいるなんて珍しい。なあ！
Hiroto would come over to say hi, lets out a strange yelp when he sees Nozomi. Yo, Hiroto!
こんにちは。ご無沙汰してます。
あの時のウェイトレスの。
昴生君がいつもお世話になってます。
Nozomi stands up, giving Hiroto a polite bow.
まさか君が昴生と付き合いだした？
墨染のぞみです。よろしくお願いします。
マジかよ！こんな可愛い子が昴生の彼女なんて。昴生、全部使っちまったな。もうお前一生いいことねえよ。
Hey, screw you, this wasn't just sheer luck, you know. First my dad, now Hiroto. None of the men around me have anything supportive to say, do they?
だいたいせっかくの休みに彼女連れて大学なんて来るなよ。お前マジデートのセンスないぞ。墨染さんに振られるぞ。
It was her idea, actually. She wanted to see what it was like being a student here.
墨染さん、うち志望なの？
はい。でも偏差値的にちょっと厳しいかなって。
昴生、勉強見てあげろよ。彼氏だろ？
Of course I was planning to. He's being awfully empathetic. Despite the things he says sometimes, he's a good guy deep down.
で、入学した暁には俺にぜひご友人を紹介。
I take it back. He's just thinking about himself.
だけど昴生君は今自分の勉強とバイト、それにうちの手伝いもしてくれてるでしょ。これ以上は時間的に無理じゃない？
It'll be tough, but I know how important it is to you. I'll find the time, I promise. I owe her for making breakfast for me all the time. And more importantly, I'll do anything for my girlfriend.
本当？ありがとう昴生君。
Hey, come on, there are other people around. Nozomi gives me a big hug from behind. I can feel her two bountiful mounds pressing into my back. Makes me happy, but incredibly embarrassed at the same time.
昴生、
Hiroto's shoulders are trembling as he speaks.
あえて言わせてくれ。
You've become the very thing you swore to destroy!
爆発しろ。
I know, I'm sorry, Hiroto.
もうこんな時間なんだね。
People haven't pointed this out already, but her route is apparently very much full of memes. Whoops, maybe I should actually read that. Yeah, the sun sets pretty early this time of year. After we finish exploring the campus, the two of us walk around the station. Nozomi doesn't let go of my hand the entire time. I too continue holding on to hers. It's a little embarrassing even now, but the joy I feel more than makes up for it.
昴生君手に汗かいてるね。
Oh, sorry.
いいけどまだ照れる？
A little, I know I shouldn't be, but I can't help it. After seeing how jealous Hiroto and the other guys at school reacted to her, it made me realize once again just how attractive of a girl Nozomi is. The thought has made me strangely conscious of her and nervous to boot.
この間までは全然なんともなかったのにね。
That's because I always thought of you as just my childhood friend. That's why I never saw her as a woman. That's why I was able to joke with her about stuff like her used panties.
ネズミランドに行ってパレード見た時のこと覚えてる？
Of course I do.
すごーい！綺麗！ネズミだ！私に手を振ってるよ！ハッピークリスマストゥーユー！
at that moment.
すごい、妖精が飛んでる。ほらほら、昴生君、あっち見て。
That I first saw Nozomi as a woman and realized my own feelings
昴
for
生
her.
君、どうしたの？もしかしてお腹痛いとか？
So I mustered what little courage I had and grabbed her hand. Words can't express how happy I was when she'd held my hand in return, or how adorable her bashful smile was. Thought with no exaggeration. I was genuinely glad to have her in my life. If it turned me down back then, I probably would have committed seppuku.
女の子に振られたくらいでそこまで？
I'm a very fragile person.
なんだ、昴生君私にメロメロだったんだ。あの場で告白してくれればよかったのに。
I really seemed like the sort of guy who had the courage to confess to you on our first date.
全く全然ちっとも思わないかな。
Definitely not, she says. I knew it was coming, but kinda hurts to hear her state it so plainly nonetheless. To be honest, we might have never gone any further than holding hands if I didn't have to help you with the Shrine Maiden Festival afterwards. The extra time that I got to spend with her alone made a huge difference.
本当に？昴生君、育児なし。女の子は待ってるものなんだよ。
As we cross the street together, Nozomi pulls on my hand. Or rather, something pulls me back. Wait. Nozomi, watch out! Nozomi jumps and leaps into my chest. She barely makes it. I catch her arms as her car floors past the red lights, missing her by mere inches. The car slams its brakes, careening into a nearby utility pole. The surroundings immediately erupt with
救
shouts.
急車だ！救急車を呼べ！
あなたたち、大丈夫？怪我はない？
I stand frozen, hugging Nozomi in the middle of the crossing. But at the sound of a young woman's voice, my thoughts finally start to move. I'm fine. What about you, Nozomi?
私も平気。昴生君が気がついて私を引っ張ってくれたから。
Huh? Wasn't Nozomi the one who pulled me? But no, we'd been holding hands. There wasn't someone behind us. We hurry across the street. For long, an ambulance and a patrol car arrive on the scene. It appears that the man driving is unharmed. The police ask us a few questions, and after answering, then we make our way home.
せっかく楽しかったのに最後は散々だったね。
Yeah, but the important thing is that we're both safe. That being said, though, I can't shake the doubt that are now creeping into my mind. I can't help but think back to the day I looped back to the morning before my death. Could fate still be out to get me? Is God still trying to eliminate me?
昴生君、おーい、昴生君、元気ですか？彼女のお話聞いてますか？
That! When I come to, I realize Nozomi is stretching up to shout into my ear. My thoughts momentarily come to a halt.
もう、ぼーっとしてないで晩ご飯食べるよ。昴生君、うちに行くよ。
She pulls my hand and begins to walk. Huh? You're gonna treat me to dinner again today? Are you sure?
いいってば、その方がお父さんとお母さんも喜ぶし、美味しいものいっぱい食べて、嫌なことは忘れよ。
Nozomi gives me her usual tender smile. Alright, I'd love to. I won't let anything darken the smile of hers. For Nozomi's sake and mine,
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Yeah, there's clearly still something up.
高峰さん、私たちにご相談とは何ですか？
何か不都合でもあったか？
The next day, after the cafe had closed for the day, I called Akizuki and Mikuto aside. Yes, actually, see, yesterday. I recounted my date with Nozomi yesterday and how we narrowly avoided another car accident. But I think that it was only a coincidence, but the situation seems way too familiar. Plus, this time, even Nozomi was put in harm's way. I'm worried to think that this happened because my own circumstances haven't been resolved yet. Want to hear your opinions, what do you think? The two of them look at each other. Then they nod.
すみません。実は私たち、高峰さんに内緒にしていたことがあります。
What you mean?
結論を急ぐな、高峰昴生。断言はできないが、今回の事故はお前のせいではないと我が輩は思う。
高峰さんは変わりました。 性格も前向きになり、何よりのぞみさんという彼女ができました。以前のようなことはないと思います。
Well, thank goodness. I guess it really was just a coincidence then. And breathe a sigh of relief.
高峰昴生、結論を急ぐなと言ったであろう。お前の魂は大丈夫でも、もう一つ不安要素があったのを忘れたのか。
What other soul? But it's point, up until this point, I hadn't even considered it. Or rather, intentionally been trying not to. There's only one other soul he could be thinking about. Wait, the red butterfly was of Akaiwa Shrine. But my lip isn't the answer I was hoping to hear.
のぞみさんの周囲に赤い鱗粉が漂っているのをたまに見るんです。
You have since when?
ここに出勤された初日からですね。
Wait, what? Isn't that terrible news? Does this mean the red butterfly hasn't gone back to sleep?
だが、そうだとするとおかしいのだ。のぞみの父親の怪我は舞の奉納の後、急に良くなった。
はい。それに他の蝶々も赤岩神社に以前のように集まってません。何も悪いことは起きてません。昨日までそうですよね。
Yeah, yesterday was the first... Wait a minute.
昴生君、同時に願掛けしようよ。
Right, what are you gonna pray for, Nozomi?
もちろん内緒でーす。昴生君
Nozomi, look out! Are you okay?
どこもなんともないよ。ありがとう、昴生君。昴生君が引っ張ってくれなかったらぶつかってたよ。
I ain't doing much. Crap, I totally forgot. Not long after New Year's, Nozomi and I experienced another accident. It wasn't anything serious, though.
何があったのだ。
I tell them about the bell that had nearly fallen on top of us on New Year's Day. I thought for sure it was nothing more than an accident. I should have realized something was wrong, but I was too excited at the time. Pathetic. Some boyfriend I am.
焦るな。それもまた、あの赤い蝶の仕業と決まったわけではない。
車の事故だって蝶は関係なく起きる可能性も。
But you said you've been seeing red scales around her, right? Floating around her, right? Is that not proof enough?
赤い蝶は眠っていても、そこに存在はしているのだ。のぞみやお前に鱗粉が付着する可能性はある。
他の蝶々は赤岩神社に集まってきてませんからね。去年の年末と状況は明確に変化はしているんです。
She's right. The red butterfly had originally been attracting dozens of other butterflies towards it. If that's no longer the case, that must mean it's gone back into hibernation, right?
赤い鱗粉が見えているだけなら実害はありませんし、いたずらに怖がらせたくありませんでした。
だが、こうして2度事故が起きたとなると、そうも言っていられない。赤い蝶についてもう一度洗い直してみよう。それしかあるまい。
Sorry, I have to ask for your help again, you two. Unfortunately, I've been utterly unqualified to deal with the spirits of the dead. I'm utterly unqualified. All I can do is leave this to the professionals.
今更だ。気にするな。
はい。それより高峰さんは毎日注意して行動してください。偶然でなかった場合、赤い蝶は赤岩神社でなく、のぞみさん個人についていると考えられます。
のぞみの父親は全壊したしな。お前はあの子を守ってやれ。
Of course, I'll do what I can to keep her safe. But I'm not sure I can protect her from something I can't even see.
これをくれてやろう。
Miura hands me something. This is another talisman? Thought you said you didn't have any more. How'd you make this? These talismans require 8,888 of a Kate Sith's hairs to create. I was told that he could only produce one per year at most.
本来なら抜かないはずの部分の毛を使ったのだ。貴族の我が輩がここまでするのは超特例だ。死ぬほど感謝するがいい、高峰昴生。
Ikuto, thank you so much. Both man's and voice shake with gratitude.
実は今、 帝さんの尻尾は円形脱毛症みたいになってるんですよ。
やかましい。くだらないことを言うな。
No need to for the tsundere act.
だが、呉服は一つしか作れなかった。よってお前が身につけ、常に望みのそばにいるのだ。高峰昴生。
Alright, that shouldn't be a problem. We've been eating breakfast together every day lately, and we should see each other at work. I'm gonna go to help out at the shrine.
違いますよ。帝さんは常にと言ったんです。
そうだ、常にだ。24時間ずっとだ。
24 hours a day. I'd pretty much be the one haunting Nozomi.
当然ではないか。我が輩の尻尾の犠牲を無駄にするな。
Wait. That's asking too much for one thing. Nozomi would hate it.
そうですか？むしろ喜んでくれる気もしますけど。
How can Akizuki be so naive? There's no way a young woman Nozomi's age would agree to have me hanging around her 24/7. Can't I just explain the situation to Nozomi and give her the talisman instead?
ダメだ。
Mikado bluntly shoots down my suggestion.
状況を聞く限り、高峰さんとのぞみさんのお二人に最悪が起きてます。
そうだ。可能性は低いが、お前自身が赤い蝶に狙われている可能性もあるのだぞ。だが、呉服は一つしかない。
So we got no other choice. Seems like Nozomi and I are gonna have to stick together and share the talisman's protection. Still, how am I supposed to get Nozomi to agree to this?
そこはお前が何とか説得しろ。
私と帝さんは調査で手一杯なんです。
呉服の効果は1週間。その間に、我が輩たちは赤い蝶について洗い直す。お前は自分と望みを守れ。
The two of them look at me gravely. Alright, hopefully I can uncover something. I'll just have to explain everything to Nozomi and hope she understands. That means I'll have to explain this to her parents as well. That's gotta be an even bigger problem.
いい方法が一つあります。
Right, ready? What is it?
まず、スーツに着替えます。
Okay, and then?
のぞみさんのお宅に行って、ご両親とお会いします。この時、菓子折りの一つも忘れずに。
I could bring a couple of cakes from the cafe.
そして、おもむろに床に手をついて、
Please let me marry Nozomi.
なんでやねん
I was unaware that she was a Dark Souls player. After eating the dinner Nozomi cooked for me, I got down on my knees and asked her to marry me. She quips in Kansai dialect in response.
カーセイ君、いくらなんでも気が早すぎだよ
I thought so! I sigh, raising my head. Sorry, Akizuki, I don't think this plan of yours is going to work.
いくら私と一緒にいないといけないからって、短絡すぎでしょ
I know, but this talisman will only protect the people who are near it. Unless we live together, there's no realistic way we can be together all the time, even if we are dating.
同棲を許してもらうために、お父さんたちにけじめをつけようってこと
Well, yeah, even if only for a week, I'd be living with their one and only daughter. It wouldn't make sense unless I was planning to marry her.
赤い蝶のこと、お父さんとお母さんに話すのは
Akizuki says they can't risk any more people knowing about this.
そっか。前に私に話すのも特例だってケットシーちゃん言ってたもんね。
If only we could come up with some other excuse to live together for a week.
私は構わないけど、お父さんたちを納得させるのは。
The two of us rack our brains, but we still can't think of a solution. Oh, I know. Let's try asking Shiki for advice. She's the one person who knows about our current situation. Plus, she's wicked smart. She might be able to come up with some brilliant idea. I quickly pull out my phone.
待って昴生君。
What is it?
私から聞いてみるよ。赤い蝶のことはそもそも私の問題だし。
Alright. Well, alright, but let me just say this.
何？
Your problems are my problems, Nozomi. And I mean all of them. What's the matter? Aren't you gonna message her?
もう、昴生君が不意打ちで変なこと言うから、惚れ直しちゃうでしょ。
Nozomi turns beet red as she taps away at her phone. She looks so cute that I'm already falling in love with her again.
あ、早い、もう来た。
What you say?
アイデアその1。昴生君が誘拐犯を装って1週間私といる。
Is she crazy? I'd get arrested. Tell her to think of something else. Preferably thinking that something that doesn't involve breaking the law.
アイデアその2。昴生君が住染さん家の屋根裏に1週間潜伏する。
What am I, peeping Tom? That's still illegal. Is she just messing with me or what?
アイデアその3。昴生君が実は生き別れの兄だったと主張して居座る。
And change my whole life story? That's ridiculous. Besides, there's no way Nozomi's parents would buy that.
冗談はさておき、昴生君が1週間部屋にいられない理由をでっち上げたらってきたよ。
Uh-huh. Then I can ask your parents if they'd let me stay with you all. Funny, a decent idea. If only she'd led with that instead of those stupid jokes.
雨漏りがするから修理しないと、とか？
Your dad would just come over and check it himself if I said that. He is my
こ
landlord.
の部屋に幽霊が出るから怖いとかは？
How would I even prove that?
私がゾゾって感じるって言えば。
He might buy that coming from you, but I don't know. I'd hate for the apartment room to develop a reputation as a stigmatized property or something. That'd be no way to repay Rokuro for all his kindness he's shown me. That'd be no way.
そうだね。どうしよっか。
As we fall into a pensive silence, somebody's phone rings. It's Nozomi's.
はい。あ、お父さん？
Apparently it's Rokuro. Maybe he's worried about her. It is getting a little
うん
late.
うん。そうなの？昴生君なら隣にいるけど。
Nozomi glances in my direction. What's up?
昴生君、お父さんが頼みがあるって言うんだけど、代わってもらっていい？
Sure, give it here. Take the phone from
もしもし
Nozomi.
ああ、昴生君かい？
Hi, sorry to keep Nozomi so late. I'll be taking her home soon.
ああ、そのことは何も心配してないよ。それより、お願いがあるんだけど、いいかい？
Sure, I'll do anything I can. Rokuro's always been a good friend to me and my father. Plus, he's Nozomi's dad. I have no reason to
そう
refuse
か
him.
い。よかったよ。そんなに難しいことじゃないんだけど、今夜から1週間、のぞみと2人で家に住んでくれない？
Come again? A freeze, still clutching Nozomi's phone. What did he just say?
どうしたの昴生君？目が点になってるけど。
I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. I could have sworn you said you wanted me to live together with Nozomi for a week.
確かにそう言ったよ。
What? Are you serious? Can't stop myself from shouting. Nearly dropped the phone in surprise.
昴生君落ち着いて。電話私が代わるから。
I hand Nozomi the phone.
もしもし。はい、my daddy. Yes,
Is she telling me to calm down? And she's telling me to calm down?
おばさんが？そっか。そうだよね。それは、私もお母さんだけじゃ不安だよ。
I stand next to Nozomi and listen as she speaks. However, I can't hear what Rokuro is saying on the other end, so it's hard to exactly piece together the conversation.
昴生君。
Reaching a pause in the conversation, Nozomi turns to look at me. What's wrong? I think I heard you mention your grandma.
私のお母さんが1週間ぐらい田舎に帰らなきゃいけなくなったんだって。
At your grandma's house? Did something happen?
うん。お母さん昔遺産相続で山を一つもらったんだけど。
She inherited an entire mountain? Holy crap.
うん。 もともと偏僻な場所だったから全然価値はなかったんだよ。
Ah, must be near Hori.
だからお父さんもお母さんも何も気にしてなかったんだけど、最近トリュフがたくさん取れることが分かったんだって。
Truffles, those luxury French mushrooms? Remember correctly, they're ranked on the world's top 3 delicacies.
それでその山をもっとちゃんと管理しなきゃってなって、親戚みんなで集まってどうするか話し合って決めるんだけど、うちのお母さんそういうお金が絡むお話とか苦手なの。
Oh, so that's why your dad's going with her. Someone who manages both a shrine and apartment building, it'd undoubtedly be more reassuring to have him present for the talks.
でも私を1週間も家に一人で残していくのは不安だって。
So that's why he's asking me to be your live-in bodyguard? I understand. Ironically enough, there's exactly the outcome we wanted.
昴生君、お父さんが代わってって。
Whoops, I know how to take the phone from her again.
話はのぞみから聞いたかい？
Yeah, I hear you struck gold, figuratively
い
speaking.
や、めんどくさいだけだよ。なんでうちの山に白トリュフとか生えるんだろうね。うちは子供好きな赤岩様の神社だけで十分なのに。でも家内の親戚の中にはお金にうるさい人たちもいるからね。まあ、なんとかまっとうな形に収めてくるよ。
Sounds tough, I'll be praying for you.
ありがとう。で、のぞみのことを1週間頼めるかな。神社にはたまに不審者も来るからね。それが不安なんだよ。
I don't mind, but I am strictly speaking a young man. Are you sure you're okay leaving Nozomi alone with me? I thought I'd ask just to be certain.
昴生君はのぞみの彼氏だし、もともと僕の息子みたいなものじゃないか。
Rokuro, thank you. If my eye is tearing up, no matter what, I can't betray his trust in me. Alright, I'll do it. Your daughter's safe with me. I'll protect her with my life.
そうかい。ありがとう。これで安心だ。助かるよ。今から2人で家に来てくれる？詳しいことはその時に。
Sure, see you soon. End the call. Here's your phone back, Nozomi. Upon looking up, I found her boiling red from the neck up. I can almost see the steam rising from the top of her head. Are you okay? Why's your face all red?
どうしたって？嬉しいんだよ。決まってるでしょ。
Huh? Oh. True, I hear white truffles are super delicious. Understandable that she'd be overjoyed.
違う、そうじゃない。
She says, sounding like Masayuki Suzuki's 1994 hit single.
昴生君がさっきお嬢さんのことはって言ったことの方を、身内であんなこと言わないでよ。もう嬉しくて恥ずかしいでしょ。昴生君の行動無知、幼馴染キラーでも大好き。
I mean, they should have just like went for it and just put total childhood friend killer instead of lady killer. Since that's what she said. She looks both shy and angry at the same time. But I think that's the wrong but there's also a slight hint of a smile on her face. Good grief, girls are too complicated for me sometimes.
とにかくこれで1週間一緒にいられるね。
Well, thanks to all this white truffle business, the power of the Talisman will be able to remain protected for a week.
昴生君、すぐ用意しないと。1週間分の着替えとか勉強道具とかカバンに入れなきゃ。ああ、大変。ほら、昴生君も手伝って。
Nozomi begins scurrying back and forth across my room. Always a busy bee, this girl.
昴生君、下着は洗ってあげるから3枚くらいでいいよね。
She pulls out a few boxes from my dresser. Hey, who said you could go digging through my underpants drawer?
昴生君、チェック柄の安物ばっかりだね。見えないところにも少しはおしゃれしないと。
Lay off! It's not like I'm planning to show them to anyone.
私が見るもん。
Yeah, but they're going to come off anyway when I'm with you.
何を言ってるのかな、この人。私はちゃんと昴生君に見られてもいいように気を使っているのに。そんなこと言ったら今度上下違う柄の下着着ちゃうよ。
That sounds kind of sexy, actually. It feels realistic.
昴生君やっぱりマニアックだね。
Look, I don't care. Just let me pack my own underwear. It's still embarrassing even for a guy.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Boss. Finally done wiping. Pretty tough on the old lumbar region. It's my first morning staying at Akaiyama Shrine. I'd woken up early and gone to work cleaning the shrine grounds.
昴生君、朝ごはんできたよ。あ、すっごい綺麗になってるね。
Yeah, I thought I'd put a little extra effort in today. Put in a little extra effort today. Although the Akiba Shrine might not be a very famous shrine, it still has a long history. Rokudo has told me many times how it dates back to the later half of the Edo period. The shrine is an important piece of history, after all. We should be doing our best to clean it and take care of it. If we do that, we might get more visitors to the place.
でもうちは古いだけで特色がないから。安産祈願の神社なんて他にもいっぱいあるし、三種の神器の一つくらいあればよかったよね。一つ貸してくれないかな。
I don't think they're gonna be able to you're gonna be able to borrow one of Japan's imperial treasures that easily. Regular people aren't even allowed to look at the things.
有名な神社には何か売りになるようなものがあるんだよ。カッパや人魚のミイラを祀っているとか、竜神の伝説があるとか。
Are there no sacred objects enshrined
お
here?
父さんは特に物はないって。子供好きの神様、赤岩様がいらっしゃるって言ってただけ。
So it's because she loves children that makes her the god of safe childbirth. Isn't Aka like Japanese for red? That as it's just 100% guaranteed the shrine was created to enshrine the red butterfly. Yep, Aka is red. So if I were to like turn this around, make it like Akaiwa. Could either be red stone or just something that's red. Apparently, according to Google Translate at least.
そう単純だよね。
Nozomi smiles wryly. I think it's pretty charming. I would call it much of a selling point, though. Doesn't sound impressive enough.
だから今は私がなんちゃってみこするしかないの。
I do think you have an actual talent for being one, though. Your end of the year dance was really something else. If she put some real effort into it, I think she'd make a great shrine maiden.
そんなこと言ってももうやりません。来年からは巫女姫様を召喚します。
Shame. Well, anyway, we'd better eat before breakfast gets cold. Take Nozomi's hand and pull her along. She softly squeezes my hand in return. Bathed in the morning sun, her bashful smile is absolutely dazzling.
あ、そうだ、昴生君。はい、これ。
She hands me the talisman that Mikoto had made for us.
私が学園に行っている間は、昴生君が持ってて。
What? I can't do that. I won't be able to protect her while I'm at the university. You'll be completely defenseless if I take it. There's no point in me carrying it. It should definitely be you. Held the talisman back out to her.
ダメだよ。昴生君が狙われてる可能性だってあるんでしょ？私ちゃんと気をつけてるから。
She pushes it back towards me. Argue. While unlike you, I can see the butterflies. Have experience with dealing with the butterflies. And I myself can turn back time as well, like the butterflies. I'm safer without the talisman than you are without the talisman. Oops.
バックログ画面ね。
She pushes back towards me. No, you've taken those me. Push it back to her again.
ダメ。昴生君が持つの。
She pushes it back to me again and again. No, 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 you Nozomi.
ダメダメダメ、昴生君が。
Two of us push the talisman back and forth. Please, Nozomi, I'd hate for something to happen to you.
私だって昴生君にもしものことがあったら嫌だよ。
Gaze at each other. You can see her eyes faintly brimming with tears. Her single-minded devotion tugs fiercely at my heartstrings. Nozomi!
昴生君。
We wrap our arms around each other. Under the cold winter sky, we passionately seek out each other's embrace.
朝からお熱いことで。
もしかしてこれから交尾なのか？
I'm going to slap you. I don't care that you're a cat. If a cat needs to get slapped, a cat will get slapped. The arrival of a certain Grim Reaper and Kate Sith quickly ruined the mood. Nozomi and I hastily let go of each other. No, we were just arguing about which one of us should hold the talisman.
そうだよ。大事な話し合いだから熱がこもってつい。ご風地面に落ちてますけど。さらに言うと、高峰さん踏んじゃってますけど。
Akizuki raises an eyebrow at
おい
us.
貴様。
Mikado glares at me with contempt. I'm sorry! I quickly pick it up and dust it off.
まったく。呉服は大事に扱え。粗末に扱うと効力が早く落ちるぞ。
Mikado heaves a sigh. I'm sorry, seriously sorry.
ごめんね、ケットシーちゃん。
Nozomi and I both clap our hands together and beg for forgiveness.
まあいい。それよりも出かける前でよかった。大切な話があるのだ。学業よりも優先すべき話がな。
The four of us reconvene in Nozomi's room. Akizuki and Mikado have returned to their original forms. So I have to say, this discussion has something to do with that. Have you discovered something about the red butterfly?
そういうことだ。
ずいぶん早かったんですね。はい。私も帝さんも、昨夜は貫徹で頑張りましたから。
おかげで眠い。ただでさえ猫は眠るのが好きなのに、徹夜などありえにゃい。
Come on, I thought you had something important to tell us.
おお、そうだ。我が輩はここに眠りに来たのではにゃい。
Fuck you, Mikado, for making me yawn.
事態は思っていたよりも深刻なのだ。
そうなんですか？
How about are we talking? I unconsciously grip Nozomi's hand. She squeezes my back tightly.
順を追って説明します。まず、赤い蝶は眠っていませんでした。つまり、今までの2度の事故は赤い蝶の仕業と考えるべきでしょう。そうなんだ。
Hold on a second. If that's the case, why haven't we seen any other butterflies gathering around the shrine? Near the end of last year, dozens of butterflies had flocked towards Akaiwa Shrine, drawn by the red butterfly. If the red butterfly is still awake, it stands to reason that they would be showing up again.
はい。それを調べるために、昨夜は赤い蝶の動きを観察していたのです。
それで徹夜になったのだ。
Did you find out?
驚いたことに、赤い蝶は寄ってきた別の蝶を自ら追い払っていました。
力は圧倒的に赤い蝶が強いからな。他の蝶はなすすべもなく逃げていった。
他の蝶にまでそんなに攻撃的なんですか？
Didn't just stay awake, it became even more active than before. This certainly is bad news. Powerful red butterfly is on the warpath now. How did this happen?
原因として一つ思い当たることがある。
それが正しければ謎がつながるはずです。
Only has to red butterfly not come back to sleep. It's even more aggressive now. And it's nearly caused Nozomi to get into an accident twice. There must be something that connects these three things together. That something is. What is it?
それなのだが。
What? Spit it out.
そうだな。大変言いにくいことなのだが。
Nozomi and I go audibly waiting for Mikado's next words.
原因はなんと
Shocking.
驚くべきことに。
驚くべきことに。
Unbelievable.
カンナ、あとは頼む。
Just spit it out already! My heart can't take this any longer.
帝さんずるいです。私だって言いにくいですよ。のぞみさんの舞が下手なせいで赤い蝶が怒っちゃったなんて。
Nozomi's eyes fly wide open when she hears Akizuki's words.
私の舞のせいで赤い蝶が怒っちゃったんだ。やっぱり、なんちゃってみこの舞じゃダメだったんだよ。
Distraught, Nozomi grabs me and starts sobbing into my shoulder. Damn, I feel bad. You practiced so hard too. Could have phrased that a little more nicely, you know. Now you've gone and made her cry. Stroke Nozomi's head sympathetically while giving Akizuki a reproachful look.
そうだぞ、カンナ。いくらなんでも、のぞみの舞をへっぽこなどと。
へっぽこなんて言ってませんよ。下手って言ったんです。
Guys are just making things worse! Good grief! Looks like the conversation will have to come to a pause until Nozomi stops crying. You okay now?
泣いてごめんね。
After a while, she calms down. Now then. Let me get this straight. The red butterfly is angry at Nozomi because of the dance. That's why rather than going to sleep, it's become hostile towards her instead. Is that what you're telling us? Look towards Akizuki and Mikado for confirmation.
はい。それなら一応、すべての事象がつながるかと。
一時はおとなしくなっていたのだがな。騙されたと思ってしまったのかもしれん。
私、騙すつもりなんてなかったんだけど。一生懸命やったのに。
Nozomi slumps dejectedly. Everyone knows you did your best. Think you did a great job. You didn't do anything wrong, Nozomi. Try my best to cheer her up.
はい。私も、のぞみさんの舞はとてもよくできていたと思います。
ああ、それについては我が輩も同意見だ。
じゃあ、どうして赤い蝶は眠らないんですか？今まで舞の奉納をされてきたのは、一流の巫女だったのですよね。はい。毎日奉納してるって聞きました。有名な方です。
さすがにそのものとの舞と比べれば劣っていたということなのだろう。致し方あるまい。
Admittedly, Nozomi wasn't as skilled a dancer as Shrine Maiden who comes every year, but at the same time, it's unreasonable to expect her to be. So now what do we do? Do we contact her and ask her to perform another dedication dance for us? Carrying that should lull the butterfly back to sleep, just like it does annually.
以前にも言ったが、ただ巫女が舞うだけではダメなのだ。露天を開き、晴れの木で神社を満たさないと。
Right, the Shrine Maiden Festival is only held once a year.
もう一回お祭りを開けばいいんじゃないの？
Even if you did, I doubt many people would attend. Which means there'd be no point in asking a Shrine Maiden to come.
じゃあ、どうすればいいんですか？私がごめんなさいって謝ればいいの？
You have nothing to apologize for, Nozomi. I'm the one who pressured you into performing the dance. If the red butterfly wants to hold a grudge against someone, it should be me. Much better than Nozomi.
こうなったら抜本的な解決が必要だ。
How so?
赤い蝶々に眠ってもらうのではなく、輪廻の輪に戻っていただくのです。それが本来の私たちの目的ですから。
Akizuki's expression turns grim. That would be an ideal solution if we could manage it.
あの赤い蝶の正体もわからないんですよね。
Why? It's been haunting his shrine for 300 years. All we know is that it's no ordinary butterfly, but an immensely powerful, irregular soul.
はい。だから、お話ししてみましょう。
I'll talk with you.
無論、あの赤い蝶と。
The hell? Well, Nozomi and I gasped with surprise. By the way, unfortunately been spoiled as to the partially spoiled as to the identity of the butterfly, at least I assume. It wasn't intentional by any means. It was an accident because someone was asking about how far I was and if it already came up if the identity of the red butterfly already came up. To which I said, well, I assume it's like some lord wife or something. Which apparently the person I was talking to misunderstood and assumed that I had reached the point. So I'm pretty sure about the identity. I'm not 100% sure though. But yeah, that is on me. Should have just left it there. But I had to like throw out a dumbass guess. And it had to be like weirdly accurate to make the person think I knew what was happening. Anyways.
そんなことできるんですか？
奴がまだ理性を保ち、その気があればな。
But it might not have a sound mind.
はい。ずいぶん長い間、一人でこの神社に引きこもってらしたようですので。
気が触れていても不思議ではない。
In that case, it'd be impossible to communicate with it. Wouldn't be able to persuade it to be reincarnated, let alone ask it to stop haunting Nozomi. And if we could converse with it, what if the negotiations break down? Things could get even worse. If we end up provoking it, though, Nozomi could be in even greater danger than before. Not willing to take that risk. State that softly but firmly.
昴生君。高峰さん、これしかのぞみさんとあの人を同時に救う方法はないんです。
It's so, huh? It's clear that Akizuki has the red butterfly's best interest at heart. He's a very kind individual, and I respect that. However, Nozomi's safety is my top priority, Akizuki. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to use that site that you said.
わかりました。
Huh?
赤い蝶の中の人とお話をしてみましょう。
Wait a minute, Nozomi. I turned to look at my girlfriend sitting beside me. Nozomi is wearing the most serious expression I've ever seen her make. She looks so determined to instantly swallow the words I'm about to say.
昴生君、私もできれば誰も傷つけたくないよ。カンナさんとミカドさんにはたくさんお世話になったし、私だってこの神社の娘だもん。なんちゃってだけど巫女だもん。ちょっと危ないかもだけど試してみよう。
She gives me a cheerful smile.
大したものだな。こういう人間がいるから、まだこの世には救いがある。それに比べて、高峰昴生のちっぽけなことよ。
Oh, shut up. No, I'm just a selfish, ordinary Joe.
昴生君、いいかな？
Nozomi looks at me, pleading with her eyes. There's no way I can say no to her when she gives me that look. Alright, fine, but I want to be present when you do this conversation with the red butterfly. At any point I feel like Nozomi is in danger, I'm putting a stop to things immediately.
はい、もちろんです。本当にもしもの時は、私も覚悟を決めます。
Mikoto nods in agreement.
では今晩、全員で境内に集合だ。
今からじゃないんですか？いろいろと準備がありますから、蝶も夜の方が出やすいですしね。
高峰昴生と望は2人でステラでバイトしつつ待機していてくれ。一緒なら護符の力で2人とも安全だ。
Alright.
カルボナーラと半熟オムライス一つずつ入りました。はいよー。あきみ、オムライス頼んでいい？あ、昴生、オムライス作ってってば。
I don't know if like actually whispering that was the best idea since hold on, let me check the like volume level. It actually attacks us like that tonight. Okay, should still have been audible. Anyways. I'll try holding up the talisman.
おーい、聞いてる？っていうか聞けよ。
Trying to knock it out using the old boyfriend punch.
その前に私のフライパンチをあげようか。
Whoa! Watch where you're swinging that thing, isn't it?
君がちっとも私の話を聞かないからでしょ。オーダー入ったの。働きな。
Right, sorry. Crap, it was spacing out. I was too preoccupied thinking about tonight to focus on my job.
今日は君ら変だよね。
Me and who?
失礼しました。 すみぞめさん大丈夫？のぞみちゃん、手で触っちゃダメ。怪我しちゃうよ。ごめんなさい、ごめんなさい。君ら。
I'm sorry about Nozomi too. I lower my head. We've been causing nothing but trouble for everyone today.
何かあったの？相談くらい乗るよ。
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. Mumble non-committally. Tonight, Nozomi and I are gonna have to chat with some kind of spirit that's been haunting her, and it could be dangerous. I can't exactly tell her that. Sorry, I don't want to keep secrets from you or anything.
ま、無理には聞かないけど、話したくなったら話して。
Thank you.
じゃあ、オムライスよろしく。
I know. Put my thoughts together, I resume cooking. No point in worrying endlessly about it. Just have to place my trust in Akizuki and Miko to do my best. After work, Nozomi and I make our way back home. Walking next to me, Nozomi heaves a large, heavy sigh. The second one, not a much heavier one. Not a much heavier one. Now it just sounds like he's charging a Kamehameha or something. Say Nozomi, can Shrine Maidens shoot energy beams from their paws by any chance?
撃てないよ。
Didn't think so.
彼女がため息ついてるのに何言ってるのかな、昴生君は。
She pouts happily, elbowing me in the ribs. I'm sorry, I was just trying to calm my nerves a bit.
昴生君も緊張してるの？
Well, we are about to have a confrontation with this red butterfly.
違うよ、対決じゃなくて対話だよ。
Like you say, it's a conversation, but I'm 100% prepared to beat the shit out of it. Assuming it can talk, even talk, that is.
昴生君、変なこと言っちゃダメ。今も私のそばにいるんだから聞かれちゃうよ。
Alright. I might not be able to see it, but it could be haunting Nozomi this very... Wait a minute, do you not feel it?
あれって何？
You know, those heebie-jeebies you're always talking about.
そういえば
She ruminates.
最近全然ゾゾってしてないよ。
You used to feel it 2 or 3 times a week, didn't you? When did it stop?
今年に入ってからかな。正確にはわかんないけど。
New Year. So then you haven't felt it since December?
うん。年末は毎日1回はあったけど、もう最近は全然ないよ。
Turns out that the butterfly is actively like fucking protecting them. That, like the butterfly is the reason that they didn't get fucking hit because of the pull. What's going on? Do you know last year there were dozens of butterfly gathering about Akaiwa Shrine. I bet that Nozomi had more opportunities to sense them. That I can understand. But right now she's being haunted by the most powerful of them all, the red butterfly. You're saying you can't sense the red butterfly at all?
自分ではよくわかんないけど。あ、もしかしたら護符のおかげかも。
But we only got the Talisman yesterday, remember? Can't be it. Despite her affinity for the supernatural, Nozomi had stopped sensing the red butterfly even before that.
じゃあ、私でも感じないように気配を消してるとか。特別な魂なんでしょ？そういう力があるのかも。
Yeah, maybe. I'm not quite satisfied with that explanation, though. Don't see any reason it would have to do that. Something's not right. Nozomi?
何？
Are you sure you haven't felt the red butterfly's presence around you? Aside from those heebie-jeebies you get, there could have been other signs.
以外って、例えば？
Like, I don't know, rapping sounds.
よう、俺昴生だよってやつ？
No, I mean the unexpected ghostly kind. Maybe we've been suddenly waking up to strange sounds or experiencing sleep paralysis.
毎日よく眠れてるけど。
Oh. Is the red butterfly really haunting Nozomi? It has to be. She's nearly gotten into an accident twice. Akizuki and Miko agree.
こんばんは。
待っていたぞ。
While I've been ruminating, we arrive at the shrine. Good evening. Thanks for doing this with us
こんばん
today.
は。二人とも私のためにごめんなさい。
Nozomi and I bow our heads to the Grim Reaper and Kate said,
そんな、やめてください。他人行儀ですよ。
我が輩は職務を全うしているだけだ。人間と友人関係など。
自ら尻尾を円形脱毛症みたいにしたのにですか？
Akizuki teases. Okay, they messed up her name. She became a Naruto organization, Akatsuki. Not quite though. Akizuki. Teases Mikado, grinning slyly.
やかましい。
はいはい。もうあまり時間はありませんから移動しましょう。赤い蝶との対話です。
Nozomi's voice takes on a slightly nervous edge.
のぞみ、お前は巫女装束に着替えるのだ。
わかりました。
Why does she have to change?
のぞみは赤岩神社の巫女として対話してもらう。
もともと赤い蝶はこの神社についていましたから、神社の関係者として清掃が好ましいかと。
Okay, what about me? What should I do?
お前はおまけだからどうでもいい。
That one hurt. Not anybody can be a cute shrine maiden, you know.
お待たせしました。
Nozomi soon returns wearing her shrine maiden clothes. Seeing this, Mikado rises to his feet.
では始めよう。カンナ。
はい。結界を張り、赤い蝶に呼びかけます。
With a flourish of a cloak, Akizuki begins to intone in a low, hushed voice. She's speaking words I've never heard before, some kind of spell, maybe. I reckon it's a language from another country, or perhaps another world.
何
What was that? A sudden chill sweeps through the grounds along with the sound of ice cracking, now forming.
静かにしろ。今、境内が結界に包まれたのだ。
There we go. Nozomi and I stand together scanning our surroundings. Akizuki chanting eventually comes to a stop. Then,
こんばんは。いきなりお呼び立てして申し訳ありません。もしよろしければ、私たちとお話をしていただけませんか？
Akizuki turns around and speaks to Nozomi. Someone behind Nozomi. Both Nozomi and I quickly turn around as well. And there it is. Translucent ethereal butterfly flutters through the air around Nozomi upon crimson glass like wings. Is it the one who whispered in that faint voice just now?
今、こんばんはっておっしゃいましたね。
ああ。どうやらまだ理性を保っている。大した精神力だな。
Couldn't hear it any bell though. But one thing is clear, its voice was unmistakably a woman's. Not at all what I was expecting. The red butterfly would sound much more eerie and frightening. I'd imagine it to be such a quiet, somber voice.
ありません。話したのはずっと昔。久しぶりに。
申し訳ありません。話したのはずっと昔で久しぶりなのです。とのことです。
Akizuki interprets for us, filling in the blanks between its words. Appears that we are able to communicate with it after all.
はじめまして。この神社の娘の墨染のぞみです。
Nozomi bows towards the butterfly. The red butterfly gently flaps its wings and circles around her. I can't tell if there's any meaning behind this action. But at the very least, it doesn't appear to be hostile. Confused, the events that had led to this moment and the thoughts now swirling inside my head don't add up.
まずはお互いに自己紹介といこうか。我が輩は帝というケットシーだ。
秋月環奈です。死神です。以後お見知りおきを。
I'm Takumi Nakosa, a university student and Nozomi's boyfriend. The red butterfly floats before each of us in turn as if bowing.
私は名はもう忘れてしまいました。300年前の名前になど意味はないでしょう。
Its words are slowly but surely becoming clearer. Perhaps the memories of its former life are coming back to it. The red butterfly continues to speak.
私はここに祀られている人だったものの。
この神社に祀られて？あなたがこの神社のご神体だというのですか？
なんと。
Butterfly's words catch us all by surprise. What is true? If what it said is true, it's not an evil spirit or a vengeful ghost or anything cliche like that, but instead, are you saying you're the god of the shrine?
いいえ、 かつて人々が勝手に私を祭り上げただけのこと。あくまでも私は人であり女であり母でした。神は別にいます。300年前この地で私を殺した神が。
God killed you
は
here?
い。あなたと同じ理由で。
Wait, what? Once before, on the brink of death, I turned back the hands of time itself. I had that power within me. That was why God wanted to eliminate me to protect the unnatural order.
そうか。話が見えてきたぞ。お主は高峰後世と同じように強い力を有した魂の持ち主だったのだな。
そしてその力で世界を変えようとした。あるいは変えてしまったため神様に目をつけられてしまった。
はい、そうです。
The red butterfly flutters nimbly around the grounds. Let's see if I actually was correct with that guess then, and did in fact accidentally get spoiled or not. It'll be interesting to see.
かわいそうだよ。そんなのひどいよ。いくら神様だからって赤い蝶さん別に何も悪くないのに。
Nozomi shouts tearfully.
私のことはもういいのです。
Don't you wish you could change things?
はい。もともと諦めはいい方なので。
Accepted her fate. When I hear those words, I feel a stab of pity.
ならば転生していただけないでしょうか。もうあなたがこの地に執着する理由はないのではありませんか。
うん。300年も祀られてきてやったのだ。もう自由になればいい。
それにお言葉ですが、あなたの影響で別の長女がこの神社に集まってくるのです。のぞみさんを攻撃するのもおかしいです。どうか転生して新たな生を生きてください。
私が巫女様を？
The red butterfly comes to a stop
そう
with
で
flight.
すか。あなたたちにはそう見えているのですね。
違うというのか？
私は
The butterfly sinks into silence. Red butterfly. No, Lady Akaiwa. I refer to her by the name of the deity that Rokuro had said the shrine was dedicated to. What exactly is it that you want? Please tell us, I beg
知
you.
ってどうするのですか、少年。
If you were like me, then you must have had some unfinished business that kept you here too. Do you really want to stay here alone and shrouded in the silent tomb, keeping your final wish to yourself for all eternity?
風くん。
Desperately tried to persuade her, for Nozomi's sake, and for this woman's as well. For a moment of silence, the red butterfly flaps its wings again. It had been on the verge of saying something, but stops. Or at least that's how it seems to me.
待ってください。
The red butterfly begins drifting softly up towards the night sky. Its wings gradually grow
さよ
transparent
なら。
and it vanishes completely.
時間がかかりすぎたな。
すみません。対話は失敗です。
Akizuki bites her lip. After a while, Nozomi and I continue to stare weakly up at the sky, but the red butterfly had disappeared without a trace.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Nozomi, it's time to wake up. Huh? She's not here. Did you already wake up? She didn't respond when I knocked, so I assumed she was still asleep. But I guess she's already up and practicing.
高天原にかむずまります。かむろぎかむろみのみことをもちて。すめみをや
I find Nozomi rehearsing her
つく
dance.
しのひむかの
Yeah, no. The jingling of her bells, along with her tranquil voice, echoes quietly throughout the morning grounds. Her expression is serious, as I watch her hesitate to move a muscle, let alone call out to her. That's how solemn the atmosphere is. After a while, her dance comes to an end. Nozomi takes a deep breath. The air softens. Already hard at work, huh?
昴生くん、おはよう。見てたんだ。恥ずかしいな、もう。
Nozomi wears a slightly embarrassed look as she comes walking towards me. Can't believe you're practicing the dance again. What changed your mind?
昨日赤い蝶さんとお話ししたでしょ。何かしてあげたくなっちゃって。
Gotta say, she wasn't at all what I was expecting. I thought she'd be much scarier. In reality, she had been quiet and sorrowful.
うまく言えないけど、私、あの人がすごく気になるの。
And that's only natural, seeing as she's been haunting you.
それは平気だよ。変だよね。たたられているのに。
Nozomi smiles sheepishly, but I understand her confusion.
のぞみさんを攻撃するのもおかしいです。どうか転生して新たな生を生きてください。
私が巫女様を？そうですか。あなたたちにはそう見えているのですね。
違うというのか？
私は
My guts tells me the red butterfly is not a malevolent spirit. Well, we can't deny the fact that she's been haunting you, Nozomi. I don't think she means you any harm.
私もそんな気がするの。あの人は私に悪意は持ってないんだよ。だからゾゾってならないんだと思う。
It doesn't make sense, I guess. Those two accidents did in fact happen. The first time a giant bell almost fell right on top of Nozomi. The second time a speeding car had run a red light and nearly ran her over. We still don't know what caused those accidents.
偶然とか。
Twice in a row? That's too much of a coincidence. Also, we don't know why the red butterfly decided to haunt you instead of going to sleep either.
単に眠くないだけだよ。
She goes into hibernation every year, right? What reason would she have to follow you around?
私が未熟な巫女だから気にしてくれてるんだよ。
I get that you want to defend her, but come on. That's a bit of a stretch.
私、今日から毎日、前の奉納するよ。ちょっとでも赤い蝶さんの心が休まるように。
Such a kind person, Nozomi. Can't resist the urge to pat her on the head. She breaks into a shy smile.
でも、ちょっと恥ずかしいかも。
Why? It's not like anyone's watching us.
あの人が見てるよ。
Don't remind me. But embarrassing or not, choose to flirt with Nozomi any day of the week. I'm a man after all.
じゃあ、そろそろ朝ごはんにしよっか。
Yeah, I'm getting a bit hungry.
すぐ準備するから待っててね。
Nozomi's sandaled feet quickly patter off across the grounds. Suddenly, something draws my gaze towards the sky, towards the spot the red butterfly had disappeared last night. I'm simply waiting. Waiting for what? I ask out loud, just as I had last night. If we could just figure that out, I'm certain we could resolve this situation. In fact, I'm convinced of it. What do we have to do to find out?
昴生くん、もうすぐ朝ごはんできるよ。昴生くんの好きな卵焼きもあるよ。早く。
You don't have to shout! Stop embarrassing me! I hurry back towards the house. It's probably just my imagination, but I have a feeling the red butterfly is smiling down at me.
赤い蝶ともう一度お話を。
Yeah, as soon as possible, tonight even. After arriving at work, I quickly sought out Akizuki and Mikado for advice. I told them I wanted to know what it was the red butterfly was waiting for. If we could figure that out, we could grant her wish.
なぜそんなことをする、高峰昴生。
If we grant her wish, then I'm sure she'll stop haunting Nozomi. Or better yet, she might even be willing to reincarnate once we get rid of whatever lingering regrets she has.
高峰昴生、あの蝶と会話できるのはあと1回が限度だ。
Huh? Why?
神からのお達しだ。そういう命が下ってしまった。猶予は1回。それに失敗すれば。
期限も切られました。来週の日曜日の23時59分59秒までです。
ちょうど護符の効果が切れる頃だ。
In other words, if we can't find a solution by then, the red butterfly will have to be eliminated. It gives us only 4 days. Isn't there any way we can get an extension?
だが、のぞみとお前は護符の効果を得るため、今24時間一緒にいるだろ。そこへのぞみの両親が帰ってくる。そうしたら同居も解消せざるを得ない。
So you're saying Sunday is our deadline regardless? And this really is our last chance to talk to the butterfly. So if we can't give her whatever it is she's waiting for by Sunday night, we just might make... If we can't give her whatever it is she's waiting for by Sunday night, we just might make it.
お前は事態を楽観視しすぎだ。また会話が決裂したら終わりなんだぞ。
That may be true, but we're doing this to help the red butterfly. Why wouldn't she want to talk to us? Willing to help her find what she's been waiting for. Shouldn't that make her happy?
私も最初そう考えたのですが、それならなぜあの時赤い蝶は具体的に言わなかったのでしょう。
That's true.
言いたくない理由があるのだろう、きっと。
そうだとすると、今夜会話しても成果は期待できません。
If anything, we'd just be wasting our final chance, I guess.
そういうことだ。
I'm simply waiting. His words alone give us very little to go on. We don't even know who or what she's waiting for. But we have to do something. Nozomi wants to help seems to want to help the red butterfly. Well, not just her, I do too.
二度も襲われたのだぞ。
Nozomi, at the very least, doesn't think those accidents were the red butterfly's doing. She says she hasn't been getting any of her usual heebie-jeebies. That's why we didn't realize that the red butterfly was haunting us until a while after the new year. Her sixth sense is telling her it has no evil intentions.
実は私もあの赤い蝶々は悪い人ではないと感じました。
So do I. Don't think the red butterfly is evil.
お前たちの気持ちはわかるが、情に流されるのは危険だぞ。そもそもたたらないなら、なぜ望みにつく必要がある？
That's the $1,000,000 question. Originally, the red butterfly had been haunting the Akaiwa shrine itself, but something had caused it to begin haunting Nozomi personally. Still, Nozomi would be heartbroken if the red butterfly had to be ruthlessly put down. Both Nozomi's sake and the butterflies want to find a way to save her.
賛成です。私もそれが一番だと思います。
しかし、あと4日だぞ、高峰昴生。どうやってあの蝶の願いを知る？
Well, if we can't ask her directly, try to think, but nothing comes to mind. The only thing we know is that this red butterfly is actually the soul of a person who's been worshipped as the god of the Akaiwa shrine. For some reason, this lady Akaiwa is now haunting Nozomi. That's all.
我が輩も調査できることはしたが、何せ300年前のことだからな。
昴生君、鈴音さんが呼んでるよ。
While the three of us are racking our brains, Nozomi enters the room.
そうだ、のぞみ。
はい、何ですか？
お前の神社に祀られている生き神のことが聞きたい。
赤岩様ですか？
それについて詳しく調べたいのだ。神主である父親から何か聞いてはいないか？
うちは安産祈願の神社なんですけど、もともとは赤岩様が子供好きな優しい女性だったらしいんです。その子供好きなところが、いつの間にか赤ちゃんが無事生まれるようにって願をかける神様に変化した。お父さんからはそう聞かされてます。ごくごく普通なほのぼのとした理由ですね。
しかし随分ぼんやりとしているな。それに実際はあやつは神に殺されたのだぞ。もっとドロドロとした逸話が残っていても良さそうだが。
もしかすると伝承が変化していった可能性もありますね。
Mikado and Akizuki fold their arms pensively. Let me try asking Rokuro directly. The quick solution would be to clear this up with the current shrine priest himself.
昴生君が？私が聞こうか？私のことだし。
No, I think it's better if I ask. Mikado is right, and the shrine actually does have some kind of horrific backstory. I get the feeling Rokuro would be hesitant to tell Nozomi about it. But as a guy, he might be more willing to open up to me.
ただいま電話に出ることができません。
Motherfucker.
発信音の後にお名前とご用件を。
昴生君、まだお父さん出ないの？
Nope, I guess he's busy. It's already the third time I've called Rokuro's cell phone. Though I'd left him voicemail, he still hasn't gone back to me yet.
もしかしたらお父さんスマホをどこかに置き忘れたりしてるかも。
Can't imagine Rokuro being so careless.
うちのお父さん案外ぼんやりしてるんだよ。 昴生君の前ではキリッとかっこよくしてるけど。
Really?
そうそう。だからお母さんや私がしっかりしないとね。
She shrugs with exasperation. So Nozomi was the one responsible the responsible one in the family all along. Well, if you're right about his phone, then we're in trouble. Please ask her about Lady Akaiwa as soon as possible.
私、お母さんのスマホにかけてみるよ。
A good idea.
あれ
Nozomi dug through her purse and cocked her head in puzzlement. What's wrong?
お店にスマホ置き忘れちゃった。
She sticks out her tongue. So much for being the responsible one. Tee-hee my ass. Like father, like daughter, I guess. Suddenly the doorbell rings.
誰だろう。はーい。
Well, let me get it. It's late and she's already gone. Good grief. She wasn't listening to me at all.
こんばんは。
Oh, it's you, Yuchidani.
じゃーん。メイちゃんが私のスマホ持ってきてくれました。
Nozomi waves her phone above her head. Thank God for Yuchidani! So kind, so thoughtful! What would we ever do without her? A cheer and applaud, giving her a standing ovation.
先輩、大げさですよ。あ、昴生君のスマホだよ。
Huh? Look over at my phone lying on the desk. The call ID displays Rokuro's name. I hurriedly pick up. Hello?
昴生君、ごめんよ。何度も電話もらったみたいで。
Sorry, I know you must be
いや、
busy.
気にしないでいいよ。こっちはなんとか型はつきそうだ。それより、何かあったのかい？
No, nothing wrong per se. Obviously can't straight up tell him that Nozomi is being haunted by Lady Akaiwa herself. Rather, I dodged the question, bringing up the subject of the Akaiwa Shrine's origins
赤
instead.
岩様の伝承というか、逸話は残ってるよ。
Would you mind telling me the story?
その昔、赤岩様には幼い一人娘がいたんだ。その娘が村でも評判になるくらいの器量よしでね。あまりに美しかったせいで、鬼人に目をつけられて、かどわかされそうになったんだ。
God who kidnaps people. It's more like the work of a demon if you ask
残
me.
酷な神様って実は多いからね。だがその時に赤岩様が身を挺して娘を守ったんだ。
It means you managed to drive away the fierce
あ
god.
あ、母は強しとはよく言ったものだね。それ以来、赤岩様は子供を守る生き神様として祀られた。それがうちの神社の一応の成り立ちさ。どうだい？参考になったかい？
Firmer brow. What did that story have to do with whatever Lady Akaiwa is waiting
Moshi.
for?
昴生君？
Oh, sorry, I'm here. Thank you for humoring me. Sorry for calling so late. For now, that's the only thing I can
日
say.
曜には戻るからね。のぞみは元気かい？
Same as ever. I'll pass you to Nozomi. I post conversation, hand my phone to Nozomi. She nods and takes it.
お父さん、私。違うよ。振り込み詐欺じゃないもん。私ったら私。
Why don't you just say your name? Guess she's just having fun with her dad. Oh well, they haven't spoken at once, so I'll give them alone time.
先輩、神社について調べてるんですか？
Yuchidani comes up to me while I'm watching Nozomi chatting happily on the phone. Yeah, something like that. Can't tell her the truth. I have to be evasive. Sorry, Yuchidani.
それって、本格的にここの神主さんになるためですか？
Huh? Oh, well, maybe.
そうですか。ついに先輩も進路決定ですね。
Though she seems to be misunderstanding things, I choose not to correct her. Also because it'd be too much work.
じゃあ、おやすみなさい。赤岩様のことは何か分かったの？
Well, sort of. Related story that Rokuro had told me about Lady Akaiwa's incredibly beautiful daughter. Now she had protected her from a malevolent god who tried to abduct her. Both Nozomi and Yuchidani listened silently. However,
すみません。
when I finished the story, Yuchidani hesitantly interjects.
今の話、私が知ってる伝承とちょっと違うんですけど。
Oops. What?
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
All the calories. Anyways.
私の知ってる話だと、赤岩様は鬼神と夫婦になって末永く幸せになったと。
Another version of the story? The next day, Nozomi and I asked Shiki what she knew about the legend of Akaiwa Shrine, her answer to which I just finished expressing my surprise.
またってことは他にもあるの？
はい。メイちゃんは娘が鬼神と恋に落ちたって言ってました。それで結婚を周囲に反対されて駆け落ちしたって。
Both these are also different from the version Okoro told me. Which one of them is the truth? If we don't even know that, we can't hope to find out what the red butterfly is waiting for.
でもまあ、現役神主さんが言うことが正解なんじゃない？
That's what I was thinking too, but in Okoro's version of the story, it hasn't anything to do. There wasn't anything that Lady Kaiwa was waiting for. That being the case, I can't discount the possibility that his might be wrong.
昴生君、どうしよう。
We need to be a bit more. We need to do a bit more digging. We only have one more opportunity to ask the red butterfly. We can't get rid of her lingering regrets right then and there. We won't get another chance.
何？どうしてそんなに赤岩神社の伝承にこだわるの？
Oh, sorry we didn't explain everything to you yet, did we? I gave Shiki a quick summary of the situation. Nozomi is currently being haunted by the red butterfly, and it's possibly that the red butterfly is the cause of her two near accidents.
だけど、私と昴生君は赤い蝶さんのせいで事故が起きたとは思ってないんです。
どうして？
Two reasons. First, Nozomi's sixth sense hasn't been acting up.
ゾゾってしないんです。だから、赤い蝶さんは私に敵意はないんじゃないかなって。
And second is the impression we got when we spoke to it. Didn't seem at all like the sort of spirit who would hurt people for no reason. If anything, she seems like a very gentle person.
閣下と秋月さんは何て言ってるの？
Akizuki shares our opinion for the most part. Nikado says that in terms of probability, the accidents couldn't have simply been coincidences.
まあ閣下の言う通り、短い期間に2度も命の危険が起こるなんておかしいと思う。
Objectively, you're definitely right. Shiki hadn't been there. If Shiki hadn't been there with us that night, it doesn't seem that the red butterfly is lying. She doesn't know what the red butterfly is like, so it's only reasonable that she'd think that way. She said something about the scales of the butterfly sticking to Nozomi. Is that causing some perception error, quote unquote, for God, who thinks that she is a powerful soul now? So he's just immediately trying to strike her down, even though she's a normal soul, technically? Or alternatively, she's like only a slightly powered up soul, not powerful enough to create miracles, but still stronger than the average soul. So like the bit of scales that she has on her is enough to make God think that she is actually a proper, like, powered up soul and needs to be disposed of, or something like that. Either way, God needs to die.
伝承の内容が分かれば赤い蝶さんを救えるんです。だけどこのままだと消されちゃいます。それはかわいそうだから。
Nozomi's expression darkens. That's why we're searching for the thing the red butterfly is waiting for. If we can find it for her and get rid of any lingering regrets she has, she might be willing to be reincarnated.
なるほど。それで赤岩神社のルーツを探ってるわけね。
はい。でもいろいろな意見が出ちゃって。
Already come across 3 different variations.
何を待ってるか。もし火内谷さんの説が正解なら、駆け落ちした娘さんかな。
Good point. She's been waiting to see her missing daughter. That certainly would make sense.
でも昴生君、300年前のお話だよ。もうその娘さんもとっくに亡くなってるよ。
That's also true. It'd be impossible for her to meet someone who's no longer in this world.
魂って転生するんじゃないの？
それです！
That's it!
昴生君、夏目さんの話なら納得できる
Yeah,
よ。
you're amazing, Shiki. Cool and intelligent.
そこにしびれて憧れちゃう。
Nozomi gives Shiki a big hug. How does she even know all these old JoJo references?
バックログ画面です。
いやでも転生した人をどうやって探すの？人に転生したかどうかもわからないしね。
Oh.
もし微生物に生まれ変わってたりしたら赤岩様かえって嘆くかも。
No! I rub my temples at Shiki's pelts with counter arguments. As Shiki pelts me with counter arguments, this definitely won't work. In fact, it just poses even more problems.
どうしよう、昴生君。娘さんがミジンコに転生してるなんて私絶対言えないよ。
Yeah, maybe she became something cute like a cat at least. Or even an alpaca.
二人とも思い込み激しすぎ。正しい伝承を突き止めるのが先でしょ。
Shiki heaved a sigh, but I already asked Rokuro to tell me what he knew. What else could I get information from?
うちの大学の図書館とかはこの辺一帯の歴史についての文献があったはず。
Really?
前にレポート書くときに利用したから。今から行ってみたら？シフトは変更しとく。ありがとうござい
ます、夏目さん。このご恩は必ず今後昴生君がシフトに入りまくって返します。
You're gonna make me do it? You're awful, Nozomi. Now that we've been dating for a while, it's starting to become quite clear who wears the pants in our relationship. Alright, fine, I'll be back.
すみません、夏目さん。私も。
分かってるからこっちは気にしないで。
ありがとうございます、夏目さん。このご恩は絶対昴生君がシフトに入り浸りで返します。
Me again. It's in this moment that the hierarchy of our relationship is firmly established.
おお、昴生か。のぞみちゃんも？
Arriving on campus, we bump into Hiroto, who I haven't seen in a few days. Like, you're coming with me! Hey!
こんにちは、ヒロトさん。
こんにちは。今日も可愛いね。
Thanks for answering roll call for me. Since we've been prioritizing the Talisman's protection, Nozomi and I have been together for several days now. As a result, we've both been taking a voluntary leave of absence from school.
なんで平日に彼女連れて大学来るんだよ。もう大事な調査とやらは終わったのか？
Oh yeah, that's why we're here actually. We need to look into a few leads.
うちの大学に？
今、事情があってうちの神社について調べてるんですよ。
のぞみちゃんの家の神社って確か赤岩神社だっけ？そういや俺も昔おかんに伝承っぽい話を聞いたな。
Really, what did she tell you? An unexpected hint from a most unexpected place. Could it be that Hiroto has the answer we've been searching for?
確か赤岩様は子供が大好きで。
That's right, we've heard that too.
めっちゃ美人の娘さんがいて。
そこも一致してます。
その家にイケメンだけど無職の男が転がり込んで親子ともどもを攻略して。
What? Does that sound like the plot of some mother-daughter porno?
その後3人は末永く仲良く暮らしましたとさ。いいね。色っぽいシングルマザーと綺麗な娘との共同生活。男の夢を。
What kind of origin story is that? How would that make it a shrine for safe
いっ
childbirth?
ぱい子供作ったんじゃね？
Damn it, they were trying to be serious here.
昴生君、私この話だけはすっごく嫌だよ。受け入れられない。
I know. Naturally, Hiroto's virgin comes to a shock to Nozomi.
男の人、無職なのが特に。
That's what you found fault with? There's a lot more wrong with that story, if you ask me. Let's just see what the books in the library have to say first. I'm sure we can trust them more than we can trust Hiroto. No offense.
もし同じこと書いてあったらどうしよう。
At any rate, Nozomi and I head towards the library.
仲良く図書室デートね。いいね。お前にもあやかりたいよ。
あんまり参考にならなかったね。
Yeah, everything was pretty much identical to what Orokuro told me. In the library, we found several guidebooks about the town's history commissioned by the local ward office. Having been written during the Showa period, their pages were yellowed with age. There had been a number of documents concerning the Akaiwa shrine as well, however neither of them had contained anything we didn't already know.
やっぱりお父さんが言ってたお話が正解なのかな。
So it would seem, all the books seem to agree with him, not to mention he is the shrine priest. But knowing that doesn't do us any good. We still have no idea what it is the red butterfly could be waiting for.
これからどうしよう、昴生君。
There must be some place we can find other older books about the subject. In the public library in town. Something else we could try searching online.
あ、メッセ来た。ごめん、昴生君、ちょっといい？
Nozomi pulls out her phone from her jacket pocket.
クラスの子たちからだ。ずっと学園休んでるから心配してメッセくれたんだ。風邪って嘘ついてるから罪悪感だよ。ごめんね、みんな。
Nozomi apologized to her phone. She's always been as honest as they come. Just tell them you'll probably be back on Monday, so there's no need to worry. Nozomi's eyes, which had been looking down guiltily, suddenly widened. What is it?
学園全体のグループ会話でお知らせが来てる。図書室の整理のため、古本は週末に一斉処分しますって。
Something about that catches my attention. Perhaps Nozomi's library has the literature we're looking for. Yeah, right, that'd be way too convenient, but if they actually were, they'd be dusting out this weekend and we'd lose the chance to read them forever. Alright. Nozomi,
何？昴生君。
I've decided on our next destination, your school. It's been a while since Nozomi has last put on her school uniform. Went back home so she could change before we went to her school. Otherwise, she'd stand out.
ねえ、昴生君。私はいいとして、昴生君はどうするの？
What do you mean? I'm coming with you, of course. If we're not together, the Talisman won't be able to protect us both.
私服のままで？もし見つかったら不審者扱いされちゃうよ。
Crap. In our regular clothes, Nozomi hadn't looked much different than any other students at college. But if I were to show up at Nozomi's school in my regular clothes, I'd stick out like a sore thumb. In fact, somebody might even call the police. Well, alright, guess I'll have to take this instead. Take out the Talisman and you'll have to take this instead. I take out the Talisman and hand it to Nozomi.
ダメだよ、そんなの危ないよ。もし私が本を探してる間に昴生君に何かあったらどうするの？
Nozomi pushes the Talisman back to me. You're the one who's being haunted. It's obviously better if you hold on to it. I'll be fine. You take it. I thrust the Talisman back to Nozomi.
でも、帝さんは昴生君も狙われてる可能性はあるって言ってたよ。だったら、昴生君が持っててよ。
She pushes it back to me again. No, you take it.
ダメ、昴生君が持つの。
We come to a stop in the middle of the sidewalk, pushing the Talisman back and forth. No, it should be you.
ダメダメ、昴生君が。
No.
ダメダメダメ。
No.
ダメダメダメダメ。
This is getting us nowhere. I can't believe how stubborn you are.
それは私のセリフだよ。
As all this useless arguing has gotten us both out of breath. In any relationship, then it's a man's job to shoulder the danger. Ask any couple you know.
よそのカップルなんてどうでもいいもん。私は昴生君が心配なの。よそはよそ、うちはうちでしょ。
She really doesn't sound just like a mom. I've come to expect from Nozomi. She's treating me like a helpless son. Fine. There's only one way to settle this. Rock, paper, scissors. If I win, you'll have to take the Talisman while you're searching for books in the library.
私が勝ったら、私が本を探してる間、昴生君は呉服を持って校門で待ってること。
Fine, works for me, but if you feel even the slightest bit of danger, I want you to call me right away. I'll come running as fast as I can.
昴生君、不審者扱いされちゃうかもだ。
I am well aware of that. For Nozomi's sake, I'm willing to take that risk. For the sake of love, I'm willing to besmirch the good name of Takamine Kosei. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
わかったよ。じゃあ、じゃんけん一回勝負ね。
Bring it. We clench our hands at the fists at the same time.
昴生君、私は最初はグーと言いつつ、パーを出して勝ちます。
What? I'm just gonna play scissors.
じゃあそうすれば。
Nozomi smirks with confidence. Damn it, she's playing mind games with me. In that case, she's probably gonna play. She's probably planning to counter with scissors with rock, which means I need to counter with her counter with paper. But wait, what if she knows I know her plan to count as my counter to counter her with scissors? Ah! Crap, I don't know what to think anymore.
よーし。じゃあそろそろ。
Huh? Oh yeah, still more time to.
ダメでーす。では尋常に勝負だよ。
Ah, fine! I feel a bit uneasy, but I have no choice.
最初はグー
Up! I freeze, hesitating.
と言いつつ私はパーだよ。
They're trying to trick me, no fainting aloud.
もう勝負は始まってるんだよ。
She smiles fearlessly. A sense of dread runs down my spine. I feel like I'm on a luxury line. I feel like I'm on a certain luxury liner. Enough messing around, just get on with it.
ファイナルアンサー
Fine answer. I swear Nozomi is actually a middle-aged mom on the inside. How does she even remember who wants to be a millionaire?
最初はグー
Her throw out scissors. Nozomi, rock.
普通に最初はグー出しただけなのにズルした昴生君に勝ったよ
Nozomi pumps her fists into the air victoriously. I played right into her hands. Damn you, scissors. Damn me too. You know, her trick probably wouldn't have worked as well if you just went for paper. Because considering what she said, she'd either throw out paper to throw him off. No, he would have to go rock, I mean. No, really, no. Because if she chooses to go paper, after all, because she thinks he'll... Plus, yeah... No, I forget what I was gonna say. Actually, I have no fucking idea what's going on. Damn you, scissors. Damn me too.
ねえ昴生君今どんな気持ち彼女の手のひらで転がされてどんな気持ち
Shut up now. Come on, we're going to school.
はーい
Grab Nozomi's hand and head for the ticket gate. She skips happily beside me as we walk. See my chance to slip the talisman stealthily into her bag. All according to plan. Turn to the side and sneer villainously. It's my win, Nozomi.
何昴生君どうかしたの
Nope, nothing. Come on, let's get going. Putting on an expression of nonchalance and pass through the ticket gate. Sorry, Nozomi, you'll have to forgive me just this once. I'm only doing this because I love you. A little while later, Nozomi safely returns from her school library with a book she'd been looking for. In the meantime, nothing out of the ordinary had happened to me either. Everything worked out fine. Well, almost everything.
昴生君どうして私のカバンにゴフが入ってたのかな
Faced with Nozomi's wrath, I'm forced to kneel on the ground in front of her. That's odd. I have the talisman with me. I feel like I'm in extreme danger now. Don't ask me, I have no clue. Sometimes things just turn up where you least expect them, you know. I try to gloss over the situation.
あるわけないよ
Nozomi shouts, slamming her desk with her palm.
昴生君がこっそり私のカバンに入れたんでしょどうしてこんな危ないことするのバカバカバカこうちゃんのバカ私泣くよ
Come on, I know you're not actually going to. Why, you're seriously crying?
こうちゃんが私本当に心配なのにこうちゃんのバカ
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, Nozomi. I quickly prostrate myself and apologize. Oh, grave. Love her, but she can be a real handful sometimes.
ちゃんと反省してる
I do, and I'm sorry for portraying you like that. I know you were just worried about me, But you have to understand, I was incredibly worried about you too.
昴生君。
I still shouldn't have tricked you though. I'm sorry. I bow my head repeatedly to the floor.
わかったよ。もう顔上げて。私も怒ってごめんなさい。
I raised my head to find that Nozomi's also gotten down on her knees and hugged me. I wrapped my arms around her as well. Ba-dump, I can feel the beating of her heart through my skin.
昴生君。心配してくれてありがとね。
It's my job to. After all, I love you. Let a strange yelp as she suddenly kisses my cheek.
オフって何昴生君。
Caught me off guard! Give me a bit of a warning next time!
じゃあ、今からチューしまーす。
Oh! This time she kisses me twice. Once on the cheek and once on the neck.
宣言しても変な声出してるし。
My face grows hot with
あ
embarrassment.
れ昴生君、照れてるのかな昴生君、純情。
She peers into my face. Damn it, she's totally toying with me. I wanted to meet her gaze, I turned my face away. Alright, that's enough. Show me the book you found.
ごまかしてるし。
No, I just want to start reading, that's all. Putting it into the conversation, I turned my attention to the old book Nozomi borrowed and began to read. The history of this town. The publication note indicates that it had been written in April 1868.
ずいぶん昔の本だね。ページボロボロだし。
Must be scooting closer so we can look at the book together. Yeah, even older than the ones we found at my college's library. Maybe some new information in here. Akaiwa Shrine, Akaiwa Shrine. I flip each page with the utmost care. The paper is deteriorated enough as it is. Too much force, and I could easily rip it apart.
赤岩神社の伝承ってタイトルが載ってる。
Ah, it takes up an entire chapter. Surprising amount of texts have been dedicated to the subject. Perhaps the shrine was a lot more famous back in the day.
赤岩神社の生き神、赤岩神は江戸後期の女性の逸話が元となり。
The woman, Akaiwa, had risked her life to protect her daughter from the clutches of a fearsome god.
だが、鬼神の怒りに触れ、娘はさらわれ、赤岩は殺されてしまうって。
So the villagers erected a shrine in her honor in order to appease Akaiwa's vengeful spirit. Though the story had begun with much the same way Rokuro's version had, the latter I found ended very differently. It was a terribly tragic tale. Reading it had left an unpleasant aftertaste in my mouth. After finishing the rest of the chapter, I closed the book. A heavy weight had settled into the pit of my stomach.
昴生君、これが本当なのかな。
I don't say anything. It probably is true, I think. It's the oldest account of the story we could find. More importantly. Are you saying you're the god of this shrine?
いいえ、かつて人々が勝手に私を祭り上げただけのこと。あくまでも私は人であり、女であり、母でした。神は別にいます。300年前、この地で私を殺した神が。
God killed you here?
はい。あなたと同じ理由で。
Wait, what?
そうか。話が見えてきたぞ。
So basically what you're trying to say is, God is a fucking dumbass for just trying to kill the people with powerful souls, because they'll just live on as fucking powerful butterflies and still cause the fucking risk of goddamn universal deterioration by causing miracles. God is just a fucking idiot then. Instead of just trying to murder them, he should sendicate Siths and the Reapers to try to help them come to terms with their life. In the same way that they've been helping the MC in this. Because just deleting them, like just killing them, isn't gonna solve anything. If anything, it could just cause more problems. Because if they're just outright murdered just for existing, they're gonna fucking hold a grudge and not gonna pass on. No fucking way. And then they're just gonna cause more trouble just to spite God. Is he a fucking idiot? What the fuck?
お主は高峰後世と同じように強い力を有した魂の持ち主だったの。
そしてその力で世界を変えようとした。あるいは変えてしまったため神様に目をつけられてしまった。
This lines up with the conversation we had with the red butterfly. She had fought back against the fierce god using the immense power of her soul. She tried to change the world, tried to defy the will of the gods, and prevented them from taking her daughter. Which means...
私は
The red butterfly must be waiting for the return of her abducted daughter. All makes sense.
そんな殺された上に大事な子供を奪われちゃうなんて、そんなのひどいよ。赤い長さんがかわいそすぎるよ。昴生君、なんとかしてあげようよ。
Let's come down for a minute, Nozomi. Give my teary-eyed girlfriend a gentle hug. I want to do something to help her too. Like she said, this happened more than 300 years ago. Her daughter would have passed away a long time ago, and her soul reincarnated into another being. And we've wanted to search for her.
でも、絶対この世のどこかには転生してるんでしょ？
Probably.
だったら会わせてあげたいよ。お母さんが300年も娘を待ってるんだよ。なのに、このままだと会えないまま消されちゃうなんて嫌だよ。そんなの悲しすぎるよ。
Nozomi sobs into my chest. She's crying not for herself, but for someone else, for the red butterfly. Despite everything, Nozomi pities her. Stroke her head and her back. Such a kind person, Nozomi. I've always known that, but it's clearer to me now and more than ever.
昴生君。
I'm sorry, though. This is all I can do right now to comfort you. Sorry for being such a useless boyfriend.
そんなこと。
But we still have time. Not a lot, but some. I'll do whatever it takes to see you smile. So please don't cry. Huh? My own voice is getting choked up.
昴生君。昴生君だって泣いてるよ。
Am I? I am? And me. Nozomi softly strokes my finger with her cheek. A clear drop of liquid had wet her
昴
fingertips.
生君は誰のために泣いてるの？
Well, I feel bad for that butterfly too, of course. But
私のために泣いてるの？
embarrassed, I stay silent. That sound is good
ご
answer
め
enough.
んね。泣き虫な彼女で。
OP, cry baby or not, I love you.
子供の頃からずっと私を慰めてくれたよね、昴生君。
Not like I could just leave you alone now, could I?
ありがとう。大好きだよ。
Finally, you're smiling again.
昴生君のおかげだね。
Let's hear it.
ねえ、昴生君。
Sexy and uncoming.
あのね、私、その。
Her cheeks turn red as she hugs me. I can feel her heartbeat getting faster. Nozomi plays my hand against her ample chest. No longer do I need to ask her if she wants to do it. I can read the signs by now. Don't need to embarrass her by making her say it out loud. May I? Hello? Oh, there we go. I gotta keep this up on though. Hold on, that. Squeezing her breast down, button her uniform. Can't hold back anymore. Bitch!
これ、挟むの？
2-9! Fucking tits have to be down there, motherfucker! See you after the next. I see if that after the sex scene. They're done fucking, but she's still naked, so I'm gonna leave up the censorship. Hey, Nozomi.
バックログ画面だよ。
Nozomi sits up and looks at me.
もし赤ちゃんできたら どうする？
What'll you do if I get pregnant, Nozomi says. I'll marry you right away, of course. Quit school and start working.
うわ、即答
Wow,
だ。
you didn't hesitate to answer at all, Nozomi says. Are you surprised? Nope, just happy, Nozomi says.
愛してるよ、コウセイくん。
She says that she loves him. How cute. I love you too, Nozomi. Good thing I left the fucking text box open because the fucking the censorship, because the text box slowly faded instead of just having a fucking model, a goddamn sprite just vanish and then get rid of the text box. Leaning in, the two of us share a mutual kiss.
カフェステラと死神の
Ah,
蝶。
yes. Breakfast with just kidding.
赤い蝶は300年前にさらわれた娘の帰りを今も待っている。
The next morning, Nozomi and I report our findings to Akizuki and Mikado.
確かにそれなら全てつながるな。望みをたたる理由も明確になった。
でも、私をたたっていることには。
神に殺され、娘を奪われ怨霊と化したのなら、つながるではないか。
I get that, but still.
あの日初めてお話しした時、赤い蝶は終始穏やかで荒々しさは感じませんでした。
Akizuki voiced the same doubts that Nozomi and I shared.
カンナ、何を甘いことを言っておる。相手は300年もの長きにわたり、この世に居座り続けた強力な悪しき魂だぞ。地味猛量と言っても良い存在。人を欺くことなど、普通の人間にだってできることではないか。
None of us have any counter to that. The fact is, Nozomi had been put in danger twice. She's been haunted by the red butterfly the entire time. All the evidence points in one direction. Well, vengeful spirit or not, we were to give up the red butterfly what she's been looking for. That finally put her to rest.
300年前に生き別れになった娘さんを探したいと。
当たり前だが、とっくにこの世にはおらんぞ。
Oh, but what if we find the person she reincarnated into? Even if she's in a different body, her soul must still exist somewhere on this earth, no?
消息、わかりませんか？
たどることは可能なはずだが、300年前まで遡るとなると、膨大な情報量だな。それに、以前にも言ったように、人ではない可能性もあるのだが。
So, would you be willing to try and find her? It was the fierce God's fault. God's fault. That Akaiwa became a vengeful spirit in the first place. Red Butterfly is just a victim. I want to save her.
私からもお願いします。このままじゃ、あの人が、お母さんがかわいそうです。
Nozomi bows her head to the other two.
お前たち、二度も危険な目に遭わされたというのに、とんだお人よしだな。
帝さん、そんな釣れないこと言わずに協力してあげましょうよ。
やれやれ、また今夜は徹夜か。この借りは高いぞ、高峰昴生。
Mikado sniffs, scratching his head. Thank you, Mikado.
ケイトシーちゃん、ありがとう。大好き。今度このブラシで毛づくろいしてあげるね。
Nozomi holds out a rather expensive-looking cat brush. Where'd she even get that from?
お前、我が輩を何だと思っておるのだ。我が輩は由緒ある家柄に生まれた公爵なのだぞ。そんな気安くどこにでもいる猫のような扱い。
毛づくろいはしないの？
いや、頼む。
No hesitation at all. He looks dead serious too.
では、私と帝さんで赤い蝶々の娘さんの魂の足跡を追ってみます。
Sorry for asking so much of you.
どのくらいでわかりますか？
調べるのにも時間がかかりますから、急ぎはしますが、ギリギリと思ってもらった方がいいかと思います。
So when the talisman's protection runs out, we confront the red butterfly for the second time.
二度目であり、最後の対面となろう。もしもの時は、二人とも分かっているな。
Mikado's tone takes on a faint but sharp edge. No, my number one priority is still Nozomi's safety. If our plan fails, if the red butterfly continues to haunt Nozomi, I don't want to say it, but I forced the words out nonetheless, then please eliminate her.
昴生君。
There's nothing for you to feel guilty about, Nozomi. I take full responsibility for this decision.
でも。
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to budge on this. If If this is a sin, then it's my sin to bear. I'll be counting on you when the time comes, Akizuki. I bowed deeply.
わかりました。
Nozomi seems on the verge of saying something, but in the end, unable to put her thoughts into words, she closes her mouth. Listen, Nozomi, eliminating the red butterfly will only be our last resort. But until we have no other options, we're gonna try our best to save her. Place a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
私も頑張るよ。
At last, she seems to cheer up a little.
では、我が輩とカンナは赤い蝶の娘の魂を探す。高峰昴生、のぞみ、お前たちはさらに赤岩神社の調査をしてくれ。
伝承についてさらに何か分かれば赤い蝶を救う手がかりが見つかるかもしれませんね。
それまでバイトも学業も中断してくれ。
Alright, we'll see what we can do.
みんなで頑張ればきっと赤い蝶さんを救えるよ。
Great. Out of all of us, Nozomi is the one who's the most concerned about the red butterfly. Even though she's the one being haunted by her. She really is a kind girl, almost to a fault.
私だ。
Nozomi pulls out her phone and swipes across the screen.
昴生くん、お父さんからメッセが来たよ。
Rokuro, what did he say?
予定が繰り上がって今家に帰ってきたって。
Asen. That's a problem.
やあ、のぞみ、昴生くん。
When we pass by the shrine, Rokuro comes out to greet us, smiling.
おかえりなさい、お父さん。
Welcome back, Rokuro. Did you manage to get that truffle business resolved?
ああ、結局弁護士さんに丸投げってことで型をつけたよ。こういうことは第三者に入ってもらうのが一番公正だからね。ところでのぞみ、どうして休んだのかな？
Oh, huh? Shit. Preoccupied with the red butterfly, Nozomi and I had been spent the past several days absent from class, but we've forgotten to come up with a suitable excuse. I looked to Nozomi for help. Don't worry, I'll improvise my way out of this. Just follow my lead, Kosei. Nozomi communicates to me using her eyes. Are you sure? I ask her silently. All women are born actresses, don't you know that? If he's shy, it's on my flawless acting skills. Nozomi replies confidently. I don't exactly know why, but she seems extremely sure of herself. Well, let's see what she can do.
お父さん、私、実は持病の尺が。
Call that flawless acting? First of all, that was an awful lie. Rokuro would know if you had some kind of condition. There's no way he's gonna buy that.
え？それで昴生くんと病院に行ってたのかい？のぞみ、大丈夫？
Huh? He bought it? Rokuro, you trust your daughter way too much.
日曜日まで休めばまた持病のしゃっくりが。
It's almost impressive how convincing that was. Also, I'm pretty sure hiccups don't qualify as a condition.
そうかい。じゃあすぐに休んで。昴生くん、手間をかけてすまなかったね。さあのぞみ、家に帰ろう。
Well, impressed, aren't you? You had no idea I was such a cunning liar, did you? Nozomi throws one last smug look over her shoulder as her dad drags her away. I'm impressed, alright. Impressed you had the guts to think you could fool anyone with a performance like that. Well, I guess it worked out in the end. And anyway, now Nozomi has an excuse to take a break from school until Sunday. That is, if her parents don't found out she's lying. Anyway, now to Malone, I head towards the shrine grounds. Yeah, nothing here. I combed through every nook and cranny of the shrine office, looking for a book, a document, anything that could tell me more about the shrine's history. I'd searched through most of Nozomi's house as well, but had found nothing. Thus, I'd come to the conclusion that this was the only place the Akaiwa Shrine left to search. Oh, here's something. Looks like an old scroll. The moment I pick it up, it kicks up a cloud of dust. The parchment is tattered and musty. I unfurled it gently, careful not to tear it. This is entirely in ancient Japanese. It's written in calligraphy too. I can't read a word of this. I frown at the flowing brush strokes, struggling to decipher them.
昴生君、それ何？
While I'm busy poring over the scroll, Nozomi suddenly pokes her face into the office. Oh, Nozomi, recovered from your chronic condition already?
もう全開だよ。
No wonder you were never sick in the first place. Oh, good for you. Try not to worry your dad too much.
はいはい、わかってるよ。赤岩様のことが片付いたら、親孝行してちゃんと埋め合わせする。昴生君、今、私、すっごく、想像って。
Nozomi wraps her arms around herself and begins to shiver. I want to rush over to her immediately, but I can't. Stabbing pain pierces my chest. I find myself unable to breathe. Breaking into a cold sweat, I collapse to the ground, coughing violently. Nozomi calls out to me, blood draining from her face, but I can't see her. My vision is darkening. It isn't black. Red. Nozomi, I see red.
やだやだ昴生君しっかりしてすぐに救急車呼ぶから頑張って
From the sound of her sobs, that feeling of her hand gripping mine, I could tell that Nozomi is crouched beside me. Damn it, I made her cry. I have to protect her. I want to protect her, but I can't.
お父さん助けて
Nozomi's voice is growing distant. Why? Why is this happening? I flash back to those memories before my last near-death experience. Shit, I'm not gonna die here. Things are different this time. I have someone I want to protect now. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna rewind time again. I'm gonna stay alive in this world with Nozomi. My consciousness is fading. Grasping Nozomi's hand, I have one final thought. Please, please don't cry.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
本当にもういいんですか？
Yeah, I feel fine, strangely enough.
まったく肝を冷やしたぞ。
でも本当によかったよ。
Yesterday, I apparently had a heart attack and was rushed to the hospital. A heart attack! Jesus! I was told I was hovering between life and death for a while, but by the next evening, I regained consciousness and my vitals had completely stabilized. Test results had shown nothing out of the ordinary. Although the doctors were dumbfounded, they eventually agreed to let me go home.
しかし、赤い蝶が高峰さんを狙ってくるなんて。
後世は望みにとって大切な人間だ。あり得る話だろ。
Her expression starkened at Mikoto's words. Nozomi and I wanted to save the red butterfly, but it felt like she had trampled all over our goodwill.
今回の件で分かったことは2つだ。我が輩の護符の力が及ばないほど赤い蝶の力は強い。そしてあやつは望みとその周囲の者をたたり殺すことを厭わない。つまりもう一刻の猶予すらないということ。
In other words, you're going to eliminate the red butterfly today? I had a feeling that was the case when those two showed up
どのみち
undisguised.
最後の対話は明日の夜だった。それが今晩に一日前倒しになっただけだ。
危険な魂をこれ以上放置はできません。もう私は覚悟を決めました。
Akizuki speaks softly, but there's an authority in her voice that brooks no argument. Right now, she isn't the usual friendly Akizuki we know at work. She's a grim reaper on a mission.
昴生君、私これからカンナさんとケットシーちゃんと境内に行くよ。もうこれで全部終わらせるから。苦しませてごめんね。昴生君はお部屋で休んでて。
Nozomi's voice is somber and her eyes gleam with repressed tears. I can tell this pains her. She truly wanted to help the red butterfly even now. But after I nearly died, she made up her mind. Stifled the kindness in her heart. Wait a minute! Words slipped from my mouth. Please, just give me a little more time. Before I even realize it.
バカ、何を言ってるんだ、高峰昴生。
語符が聞かない以上、こうして会話している間にだって何が起こるかわからないんですよ。
そうだよ、昴生君。私はもう、昴生君が危ない目に遭うのは嫌。昴生君が死んじゃったら、私も生きていけないよ。だったら、もう。
But you felt sorry for the red butterfly, didn't you, Nozomi? You said she didn't deserve to be killed and have her daughter taken away. You pitied her. You wanted to save her. And don't give up. You know you're a kind person. The kindest there is. Ask me to help. Say, Kosei, do something. I blurred out my true feelings. If the red butterfly were to be eliminated in cold blood, Nozomi would surely be scarred for life. Can't let that happen.
昴生君。わかんないの。わかんないんだよ。私、あの人のことを考えると。
She's the reincarnation!
昴生君を殺そうとした人なんて大嫌いになってもいいはずなのに、どうしてこんな悲しい気持ちになるのかわかんないの。
Nozomi hugs me, crying into my chest. Softly I stroke her head. I don't want her to cry. I want to see her smiling. So I'll do everything in my power to make that happen. Kizuki, were you able to learn anything about the red butterfly's daughter?
もうすぐわかると思うが、まだ調査は必要か？
対話をするつもりなんですか？
You know, she just wants to see her daughter. Let's grant her that wish. If we do that, her attitude might soften towards us. She might even be willing to be reincarnated.
赤い蝶の娘さんの魂は、現世では人に転生していることまでは調べられたんですが、
居場所の特定も必要だ。やはり明日の夜になってしまうぞ。お前たち、その間どうやって身の安全を？
Akizuki, would you be willing to stay with Nozomi until tomorrow night?
それは構いませんが。
待って、今の言い方、昴生君はまるでいないみたいじゃない。
I'll join up with you guys later. There's something else I need to do first. Oh, here's something. It's like an old scroll. It's entirely in ancient Japanese, and it's written in calligraphy too. I can't read a word of this. There was something about that scroll. Something about it bothered me. The moment I picked it up, the crisis had struck. Couldn't have been a coincidence. I have to ask Rokuro what was written in it.
確かに気にはなるが、危険すぎるぞ。
そうだよ、危ないよ。
Maybe so, but I don't want to leave any stone unturned. Do whatever it takes to resolve things peacefully tomorrow. Whatever it takes to keep Nozomi from crying.
では、私とのぞみさんも同行するという形でどうでしょう？
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. You and I could just stay over at Nozomi's house for the night. That way Nozomi and I will both have Akizuki's protection. That's a perfect solution. Flexibly pump both fists in the air.
いや、それだと調査の方が我が輩一人で大変なんだが。
I believe in you, Mikoto. Put on a show of confidence, flashing her a bright smile and a thumbs up.
貴様、こんな時ばかり持ち上げおって。まあいい。乗りかかった船だ。やってやる。
Mikoto reluctantly agrees. Thank you, Mr. Kate, Seth. You're the best support summon a guy could ask for.
昴生君、もう出歩いていいのかい？
The moment Rokuro spots me, he drops his broom and comes running over. Like, you can't blame him! The motherfucker witnessed the guy having a heart attack, be shipped off to the hospital, and like, from what it sounded like, not even like a full 24 hours later, he just like comes back like, hi! Like, what the fuck? From the look of things, he seems to have been rather anxious about me. Yes, I'm completely fine now. I'm sorry for making you worry. I bow my head politely.
いやいや、治ったんならいいんだ。とにかくよかったよ。そうだ、しばらくうちに泊まっていきなさい。万が一のことがあるといけないからね。
I'd appreciate it. Oh, and speaking of which.
お父さん、カンナさんにも今晩泊まってもらっていい？
Before I can ask, Nozomi tactfully finishes my sentence for me.
おう、 あなたは確か年末にお世話になった。
秋月環奈と申します。突然押しかけて申し訳ありません。
いえいえ、とんでもない。普段のぞみがお世話になっているんですから。夕食は何がいいかな。昴生君の全開祝いということで、すき焼きでも。
Rokuro, there's something I'd like to ask you.
なんだい？
I have a few questions about the old scroll I found stored in the shrine office.
ああ、あれを見つけたのは昴生君だったのかい。隠しておいたんだけどね。
Rokuro's expression grows troubled.
隠しておいたってどういうこと？
Whoops.
うちの神社に秘密があるの？
秘密ってほどのものでもないんだけどね。あまり聞いて楽しい話じゃないから黙っていたんだ。血生臭い話だからね。
Does it have anything to do with Lady Akaiwa and the origins of the shrine?
ああ、そうだよ。
できればお話をしていただいてもいいでしょうか。お願いします。
Please, Rokuro.
お父さん。
Three of us bow our heads.
いや、まあ別に構わないけど、ちょっと長い話になるよ。うちに行こうか。
We relocate to Sumizome's living room, to the Sumizome's living room. There, Rokuro begins to tell us the truth about the legend of the Akaiwa shrine.
実は赤岩様は親子ともども鬼人に殺されてしまった。結果、赤岩様は怨霊となり、周囲の村人にたたってしまったんだよ。だが、その娘の生まれ変わりの巫女が現れ、お祓いをし、神社を建て怒りを鎮めた。つまり、この神社を建てた私たちの祖先は、赤岩様の娘が転生された方なんだ。
だから毎年巫女が舞を奉納していたんだね。
It's a considerably different story from the one that Rokuro had first told me. He's right, it certainly is bloody. Probably an appropriate tale for a shrine where people pray for safe childbirth. But it seems that the key point for both Lady Akaiwa and the Red Butterfly is still her
それ
daughter.
で、この話にはまだ続きがあってね。
What? After listening to the rest of Rokuro's story, I immediately give Mikado a call.
どうした高峰昴生。
We need to talk about tomorrow night.
なんだ
I was wrong, the Red Butterfly isn't waiting for her daughter.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Cat! Sorry about that. Quietly, Nozomi, we don't want to wake your parents. Having finished changing into a shrine maiden outfit, Nozomi softly closes the door behind her. It's the following day, late at night. After Nozomi's parents fall asleep, we slip out of the house.
お待ちしていました。
ちゃんとのぞみは巫女装束に着替えてきたようだな。
昴生君に言われたようにしたけど、でも私まだ実感が。それに本当に私でいいのかわかんないの。
Nozomi can't hide her apprehension. Understandably, of course, but I have faith in her. You're the only one who can do this, Nozomi.
そうだね。でも
Nozomi hangs her head. She's clearly anxious. Place my hands on her shoulders. I'll be right here with you, Nozomi.
昴生君、絶対死んじゃダメ。
Protect you even if it costs me my life. Nozomi immediately says, don't even think about dying on me, apparently. Nozomi interrupts me angrily. Well, so much for trying to cheer her up.
おととい死にかけたの忘れたの？
Well, no, that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm willing to die for you.
もう絶対そんなこと言わないで。今度そんなこと言ったらグーパンだよ。
She balls her hands into fists. Alright, I get it. I'm sorry.
まったく、昴生君はまったく。
Nozomi pouts, muttering under her breath. I
お
forgot,
願い
like,
しますか？
did you already forget how you almost died the day before yesterday? Well, I'm not gonna fucking die. I'm not just gonna, like, simply drop dead from a simple thing like dying, you know. Nozomi pouts, muttering under her breath.
お二人はもう夫婦みたいですね。
昴生が尻に敷かれているところが特にな。
Oh, shut up! I'm already being treated like a henpecked husband.
大丈夫。昴生君は絶対死なない。私が昴生君を。みんなを救うから。
Nozomi steals her expression and begins walking towards the shrine grounds. Any initial hesitation she'd had was gone. Instead, it had been replaced by a fiery determination.
のぞみさん、雰囲気が変わりましたね。
Yeah.
間違いない。今、のぞみは自覚したのだ。赤岩神社に生まれた、その役割と意味を。
We should go too, it's almost dawn.
それでは、始めますね。
Akizuki quietly begins to chant, a litany of words from a world completely unknown to me. As she does this, I feel the temperature around us dropping by degrees.
昴生君。
It's almost time. As before, a sound like cracking ice echoes throughout the shrine grounds. Before us, the large translucent butterfly materializes once again. Tonight, her voice is clear and distinct from the very start. Nozomi, seated on her knees, gives the butterfly a polite bow.
こんばんは。また会えて嬉しいよ。お母さん。
やはり気づいてしまいましたか。
やっぱりそうなんだね。
正確には300年前にそうだったということですが。
正しい伝承を知ってしまえば、実に単純なことだった。この神社を建て、お主の怒りを鎮めた巫女の生まれ変わりなら。
はい。再び赤岩神社の巫女として生まれ変わるのは、もはや必然と言えます。あなたが、赤い蝶が、未だにここに留まっているのですから。
That was one part of the truth. Akiwa Shrine had been built by her reincarnated daughter in order to quell her mother's anger at having been killed by a fierce god. But since her mother's soul had yet to be saved...
お母さん、私は何度もここの娘に転生して、お母さんのために舞を舞ってきたよ。お母さんを救うために。
Nozomi's ability to sense the supernatural must have originally stemmed from her desire to sense her mother's soul. I'm sure that subconsciously, she had always been yearning for her mother, always been searching for her soul. Doing so, she sometimes found herself sensing other spirits as well. Or at least that was my theory. Lady Akaiwa, this time it's my turn to speak to her. First, let me offer you my gratitude. Thank you for saving my life not just once, but 3 times.
そこまで知っていたのですか。
Yes, until just recently, we had thought that you were haunting Nozomi. And we thought that you were haunting me as well because of how close I was to her.
だけど、違ったんだよね。お母さんは、私や昴生君を守ってくれていた。300年前、お母さんを殺めた鬼人。神様から。
Okay, so yeah, God was actually... It was actually God trying to murder somebody.
ええ、私が神に殺された理由はその少年と同じなのです。
Jesus Christ, why was God so kill happy in this route?
私は先天的に強い力を持った魂を有していました。世界をねじ曲げることさえ可能なほど。
Fearing that power of God took your life. That's not all. Your daughter possessed a powerful soul of her own, so he even took her life as well. When I say this, the red butterfly's wings tremble faintly. To let your anger consume you, and as a result, your wrath even affected those around you. Ultimately, the one who finally quelled your anger was the shrine maiden who built the Akaiwa Shrine. Your reincarnated daughter. Her transparent crimson scales dance in the moonlight. To me, it almost seems like she's shedding tears. According to the true legends, the story went like this. The shrine maiden who built the shrine was also possessed a powerful soul of her own. In order to prevent a repeat of the same tragedy, you made a deal with God. You vowed to never use her powers again on the condition that your daughter be left alone. In exchange, God would not take her life, but would seal away a portion of her soul. While only a portion of her soul had been sealed, though, there were consequences. So the weakening of her soul affected her body as well. And shortly thereafter, your daughter fell to illness. Having failed to protect her, you were overcome with grief, and to this day, you remain enshrined within the Akaiwa shrine. That was what the legend said.
我が輩たちは最初、お主は生まれ変わった娘との再会を願っていると思っていた。だが、そうではなかった。お主は、のぞみが娘の生まれ変わりと知っていたのだからな。
あなたは娘が自分と同じ罰を受けることを恐れた。
その通りです。
Although part of her soul has been sealed away, Nozomi still inherits your power,
強
doesn't
大
she?
な力に呼応することで、娘の魂も力を取り戻す可能性がありました。
Okay, so that's why God is so kill happy. I'm about to go upstairs and beat your ass! Up the ladder, more like, because, you know, Jacob's ladder and all that. Also, how funny would it be if somebody actually, like, heard that upstairs and was like, what the fuck's going on down here? What he's mad about? What's he mad about? Let's go to bed. Hope he doesn't, like, come to the living room.
ですから私は眠りにつき、静かにあの子の幸せを見守り続けました。
When Nozomi and I started developing feelings for each other, things changed. My soul, which had the ability to absorb butterflies and grow more powerful, threatened to release Nozomi's seal. Worse yet, there was a possibility I might have begun absorbing her sealed powers, too. That's why...
あれはお前ではなく、神が高峰後世を狙ったものだったのだな。
Fuck that guy! It was actually you who saved me, wasn't it?
神が相手では、護符のご加護もない。我が輩の護符が役に立たなかったのも合点がいく。
Akizuki and Miko to shake their heads. Why didn't you tell us back then?
そうだよ。そうすれば私たち誤解しなかったのに。赤い長さんを、お母さんを疑わなくて済んだのに。
真実を告げることで影響を及ぼすことが怖かった。ずっとあなたを見ていたかったから。
お母さん、お母さん。
Nozomi's voice begins to tremble, but now the eastern sky is growing light. In the still morning air, the voices of both mother and daughter quiver with emotion.
私のことなんてよかったのに。私なんて、もう前世のことなんて忘れてた。薄情な子なのに。300年もこんなところで苦しんで。
あなたも母になればわかりますよ。母親というものは子供が心配なもの、たとえ神様と喧嘩をしてでも守りたいのよ。
でも
Nozomi wails loudly. The red butterfly dances slowly around her as if to comfort her. She really is a god. She's Lady Akaiwa, the benevolent god who watches over
高
children.
峰さん、
Yes?
最初あなたに会った時、事実を話さなかったのはあなたの娘への気持ちを見極めるためでした。でもあなたは終始娘を大切にしてくれた。疑って申し訳ありませんでした。
That's
最
alright.
後に改めて教えてもらえますか？
Huh? What do you mean final?
私は娘の幸せを見届けるためにうつしおにとどまり続けているのだと思っていました。でも違いました。私は娘の幸せを守るために、この時のためにずっと見守っていたんです。
That's why you saved my
そ
life.
して私は娘の幸せを守ることができました。ようやく母としてあの子を守ることができました。高峰さん、
Yes?
娘をもらってくれますか？ 娘を幸せにしてくれますか？いいえ、二人で一緒に幸せになってくれますか？
Facing the red butterfly and not deeply inside. Promise to marry her and make her happy.
幸せになる。
でしたら
Whoops.
安心ですね。幸せになれば高峰さんの魂が肥大化することはもうないのでしょう。
Right. As long as I'm with Nozomi, I'll be happy. I'll protect her myself. I won't rely on any miracles. I'll protect her with my own hands and make her
なら
happy.
今回のようなことはもう二度と起きないはずです。だから私はもう満足できました。
お母さん。
Bathed in the glow of the morning sun, the red butterfly's wings appear to melt into the light.
転生が
神の力と対峙したことで力を使ってしまったからだろう。300年ご苦労であったな。
お別れです。さあ最後に一緒に舞いましょう。のぞみ。
Almost completely vanished now, the butterfly flutters nimbly throughout the grounds. Rising to her feet, Nozomi begins to dance, as does the red butterfly, mother and daughter together.
高間原にかむずまります。かむろぎかむろみのみことを持ちて。
I'm gonna let this one.
すめみをやかむいざなぎの狼。つくしのひむかの立花の。
Or not. I open my eyes wide, etching the scene into my memories. Don't even want to blink. First and last dance between mother and daughter in 300 years. I'll never forget the sight as long as I live. Red butterfly's wings grow steadily more transparent. For long only the faintest outline can be seen until farewell. That final word of parting, the gentle butterfly leaves the world behind.
お母さん。お母さん。ありがとう。
Even then, Nozomi keeps dancing, in tribute to her
お
mother.
母さん。どうか。どうか。どうか。
She continues to dance beautifully, elegantly, as majestically as the shrine maiden of legend. Her daughter receives her mother's love and passes it on to the next generation, from mother to child, and on to her children's children. I've come to understand something now. People live forever. Even long after our bones turn to dust, our love endures. The bells on her fan twinkle brightly, tranquil, soothing sound that washes away all sorrow and anger. She hears it too. I'm certain she does.
どうか。安らかに。
Wherever that gentle red soul is now, she hears you. I'm gonna wash that in my time again. It's all the non-combustible trash. Garbage, I mean. Ugh, my back. After graduating college, I began working full-time at the Akaiwa Shrine. This year, I'm going to be taking over for Rokuro as the new shrine priest. Can't believe it's already been 5 years. Think back to that day the red butterfly had vanished. Even after becoming a working adult, I continued living in this apartment. Looking around, it feels like nothing has changed since then. But in reality, a lot has changed. For example...
ねえ、静かだけど引っ越しの準備も。またその画像見てるの？
Nozomi looks exasperated when she sees what I'm staring at on my tablet screen. Why not? It's one of our fondest memories.
1日1回は見てるでしょう。それより引っ越しの準備しないと。
Yeah, we'll be fine. There's still 3 days before we move.
そんなこと言って、当日バタバタしても知らないよ。ちょっとでも事前にいらないものを捨てておかないと。引っ越し屋さんに追加料金取られちゃうでしょ。
Alright, alright. Put the tablet down and stand up. Gotta say, though, you haven't changed one bit.
そう？若い？
Not so much young as much as childish.
それって褒めてないよね。
It's a compliment, I swear. Childish brides forever or shrine maiden wives are the best.
なんだか言い方がいやらしいな。あなた、まさか未だにエッチなその手の画像を。
I'm not! Honey, she said. It's been a year since we got married, and in 3 days' time, we'll be moving to the Akaiwa Shrine, into Nozomi's family home. It's true, I've become the Sumizome's adopted son-in-law, says
何
Nozomi.
あなた
You're calling me Kosei for a while?
なんで今さら。なんだか恥ずかしいからお断りします。
Come on, just once. Wrap my arms around her
なん
waist.
でここで幼馴染プレイを強要するかな。
I'm not forcing you to do anything. I just really want to hear you say it.
その必死さがかえってやだよ。
As I dangle playfully with my wife, a thought suddenly crosses my mind. Think about the red butterfly. Now so far away. Nozomi? That one's a better one.
何昴生くん。
Let's live our lives to the fullest and be happy. And one day we'll share that happiness with others. That's what we were born on this earth to do. Smile, stroking my wife's head. Well, it was weird. Inexplicably, I feel tears welling up in my
昴
eyes.
生くん。
Nozomi squeezed my hand tightly.
私たち幸せになって、みんなも幸せにしようね。
You're a girl, Nozomi. Chuckled through my
当然
tears.
だよ。昴生くんのお嫁さんなんだから。
Squeezed Nozomi's hand in return. My wife's soft voice echoes through the morning air. Far, far, far away, beyond the vast sky, carrying our desire for happiness, where the benevolent mother watches over us from above.
Café
Elite
Stella と
Shrine
死神の
Maiden
蝶。
achievement unlocked. Be fucking careful with the honey, you're gonna fucking douse yourself in it! Anyways, that was a nice one. That felt really nice. Quite frankly, it would like, You know what's not nice though? Fucking God. Fuck that guy. Watch me immediately be smoked like tomorrow or something. Like what a thing to say 12 minutes into Easter Sunday. Just fuck God. Who knows? Maybe Jesus up in heaven is laughing his ass off suddenly. I say that, but I'm atheistic. That's another point for which I would be smoked, wouldn't it? Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you guys next. Hold on, almost forgot.
フロー
Flowchart.
チャート画面だよ。
Since last time we had re-examine unforeseen circumstances, the mystery thickens. The butterfly's wish, sandwich it in her mouth, sandwich it continues inside, sandwich it continues inside, sandwich it continues again. Curse Nozomi's resolve, the true legend, and baton of happiness. Next time we'll be moving on to Natsume's route. I really am just smashing through this game way too fucking quickly again. It's because this always happens. Oh well. What's man supposed to do about that? Anyways. What was I gonna say? I was feeling I was starting to talk about some... Oh yeah, well, anyways, It hurts to say this, but honestly, God, I feel like Nozomi is higher than Suzume for me at this point. Like, right now, my ranking is from top to bottom of the girls I've actually finished. Mei, Suzume, Nozomi. You know what's all the way at the bottom of overall character rankings? Take a guess! It's fucking God. Hate that guy. I'm just like tempting fate at this point, aren't I? Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye bye.